Good morning.
It is Friday, June 13th, 2025. We are coming to you live. How is everyone doing today? Johnny B is with us.
Excited.
Are you?
Oh, yeah, man. Pumped up, dude.
What do you got, that new guy excitement thing?
New guy. I've been here 12 years.
No, I mean like new like getting up early for the first time in a long time.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm always excited when I walk in the building, even when it's just the after show for an hour.
I'm not.
I'm happy.
I got to be honest with you. I'm not excited. I mean, once I get going, I'm excited, but not in the morning. Like, I was laying there this morning after the alarm went off, and I just went, I don't know, maybe I'll take a sick day.
I'm so tired.
I'm not even really tired. I didn't do anything. I was just being lazy, just laying there.
You should have been at the all-luncheon meeting yesterday. We had a big meeting about, all the C's.
Well, listen to me. My intention was to go to that meeting, and then my wife asked me if I could pick up my daughter from volleyball camp.
Oh, kid excuse.
So I used the kid excuse. But I would like an update on what we missed yesterday.
Oh man, so Jason was inspirational once again. Got everybody pumped up. At one point, I was covered in goosebumps.
Can I? Are you being facetious? Or are you being
no?
serious?
I had to poop really bad because I'm out of my routine. Getting up so early, so I was covered in goosebumps.
Because
for that.
I do find that Jason, like the old guy, when he talked, I was like, Jesus Christ, make this end. But Jason makes me feel like I'm not doing enough.
No, he is awesome.
Yeah.
He really is. He makes you want to run through a wall for real.
Right.
No, and he makes so much sense. I mean, he could be like a football coach in one of these like high school football movies, get y'all pumped up in the locker room. But no, he talked about like, he tells you what you're doing right, he gives you all that stuff. But then he's also like, well, here's some things that we could do even better, and you go, wow, he's right, dude. So no, he's definitely an awesome leader.
I saw a video of Scotty dancing and rapping on stage, and that's what I realized.
You didn't miss anything.
Yeah, I didn't miss anything.
Yeah, I mean that is that's fun, and there's another girl that does it with him now, and she's good.
Like a duo.
She's very talented. Yeah.
What do you mean? He's got a partner now?
A collab.
Well, she raps more. Like she's more the rapper, and she's young and attractive like Scotty.
Who is she?
Yeah,
like what does she do in the building?
Don't make me remember her name.
No, but what section of the building does she work in?
It's the other side.
Okay, all right. That's
something
good
important.
Enough.
Yeah. And then, but I feel awkward, right? Because we got all the people in the vibe. They're sitting in the back of a room, which is wrong.
White people are up there rapping.
Yeah. And I'm looking over at these, the people running the number one R&B station and only R&B station in Tampa. And I'm looking at them. I'm like, we couldn't get any of you guys to go over there. Like, what are we doing? Like,
yeah, that is pretty lame.
Yeah, so no, but it's fun. It gets everybody all pumped up and all that. But no, it was a long meeting. We had 3 months of MVPs to give away.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So
did they mention me at all?
No.
No.
Who are the MVPs?
Aurelia.
Aurelia, of course.
Yep. And then Kim Kelly.
Okay.
Yeah, very deserving. And
2 for 2.
And then we had a posthumous one.
Oh.
Yeah.
Does that mean he's dead?
Yeah.
I know what that means.
Oh, you looked at me all confused.
Yeah, it was it was a touching moment. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
God,
So
I'm glad I wasn't there for that. Yeah.
From rapping to that,
happy to sad.
Yeah.
Man, Scotty, get back up there and make them happy again.
Yeah. The funny part was, did you hear what happened last time we had a meeting? Right, they announced who the MVP was, and this is how Jason did it. He goes, this MVP is so deserving. He has been here for over a decade doing nighttime radio. And
you're like, it's me.
I go,
finally, my time.
Yeah.
No, it keeps going. He goes, this guy is a comedian.
Oh.
This guy has moved over to daytime radio and has been crushing it. And he's an author. And I'm like, yeah, I got a book, And
What?
yeah, and everybody's looking at me, and I'm like, what in the hell's going on? Right, I almost dropped my pizza. And he's like, ladies and gentlemen, a cat named Mo. And everybody's I was like,
What is Mo a VIP of?
No, MVP.
Or MVP of?
I remember now seeing his bobblehead.
Yeah.
But what did Mo do that makes you go, oh yeah, Mo's an MVP?
I mean, he's everybody loves him. He's doing well.
Do they?
He's doing well.
Do they?
Yeah. Yeah, man. The guy he's killing it with sales. I mean, he's got like 5 endorsements right now. He's crushing it. Good for him.
The one thing that he should have is that steroid doctor, because look at him. He's in great shape. That body is fantastic.
Dr. Espino.
I'm gonna start doing the monkey bars on Facebook, and get myself out there.
Yeah, if I'll pay you to do an endorsement to do if you do the monkey bars on Facebook. That'd be fine.
I'd pull them to the ground. That's what I would do. Yeah.
Yeah, I cannot get myself motivated to work out. Not this week because this is eat tacos week, but I just can't. I'm too even with the testosterone. I'm not like, all right, let's get on the weights. I'm like, oh, they're so heavy.
And you have a gym in your house.
I know.
I know. You just
I'm
go,
jealous of that.
You get up from the couch and it's right there.
Yeah.
Carmen, you can use the gym anytime you want.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
I actually put my gym membership on hold.
Why?
And ordered dumbbells because I just haven't been going.
Yeah.
And the heat and the rain. Anytime it's raining, I'm like, I'm not going outside.
Oh,
Even
yeah.
to go to my car to go, you know what I mean? Like anytime I'm like, oh. So I was just like, I'm not going. I'm wasting the money. And you can put it on hold for like 3 months at a time.
That's pretty good. I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah. So I just figured for the summertime. And then, I got like my weight sets that you got me.
Yeah.
But
Best way to not use something is to put it in your house.
Yeah.
You want a gym, put one in your house, you don't use it. You want a theater, put one in your house, you don't use it.
But honestly, those weights, like they were a good starter to let me know like I can do home workouts.
Yeah.
But they are a pain in the ass.
Yeah, right.
Because you got to unscrew them.
Oh.
And you know what I mean? Like, yeah. So I was like,
Oh, yeah. Don't be mad at me. You picked them.
100%. I know. So it was just a bad decision on me. So I ended up ordering like a dumbbell set. And I had ChatGPT make me a home workout.
Oh, really?
I literally gave it the equipment that I had, my walking pad, the dumbbells, and a kettlebell. And it gave me a 4-day routine to do.
I'm going to tell Chat, I'm going to be like, Bailey, I just want to have big biceps, nothing else.
Yeah.
Just big biceps. I'm gonna have a fat belly, skinny forearms, and giant biceps.
Yeah. And then all you got to do is tell them like how many days a week you want to work out. So it'll give you like a 2 or 3 day plan.
Yeah.
And then like I put in my like weight and metrics and all that stuff.
That's the other thing. I want big biceps, and I only want to work out one day.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do 600 reps
Yeah.
3 times.
I wonder what that workout would
It'll
look
tell
like.
you'll have those biceps in like 6 years.
Yeah.
So I continued my taco tour yesterday.
Okay.
Oh,
Where'd
man.
you go? Taco Bell or
Fuzzy's Tacos.
Oh, Fuzzy's is great.
amazing.
Eh.
Oh, you didn't get the right one
Yeah.
then.
Or maybe I didn't.
Did you get the brisket?
No, I got I don't know. I'll tell you. I got 2 enchiladas, chicken enchiladas, and then I ate Juliana's beef tacos.
Yeah, the brisket tacos. That's where it's at.
I like it's like, I think it's called like the California tacos. It's shrimp.
Yeah.
And then they do like the white cheese and
Yeah.
avocado slices.
I did not have that.
I love a shrimp taco.
It was it was Fuzzy's tacos for dinner last night, and it was not. It wasn't bad. Like I would go back. It was just a little salty.
Have you had the Alaskan tacos in Ybor?
No, I haven't done anything with Ybor in years.
Well, it was a big thing back in in the old days when I first started doing comedy. I was down there like every 5 days a week at the Improv and all that, and that was where everybody would go. And because they were up to like 4 a.m, you'd walk around a corner like off the beaten path, and they take the tacos and they batter them and deep fry the entire taco.
Oh, that I would like. That I would, yeah.
Yeah, I opened for John Panette one weekend, and we went down there, and he basically challenged me. He's like, I bet I can eat more tacos than you. And he did. Like, this is when I was 450 pounds, and he was 400 pounds, and he ate, like, I don't know, like 25 of them or something. I ate, like, 6 of them, and I was going to throw up all over the place. But,
wow.
Yeah, but they closed for a while, but they just reopened right down the road like 6 months ago, and I stopped in, with my wife when we were down there, and they're still good. They taste just like
the same
they used
thing.
to.
They still batter the whole thing.
Yeah, dude.
I would try that.
Yeah, it's not bad.
I found out from Fuzzy's Tacos. I just was reminded they have desserts, like you can get little churros.
Yeah.
But they were Oreo churros, so they were delicious.
And they give you the little dipping sauce.
Yes.
Yeah.
But then they also have this other thing, which sounded more like a churro. It was like a dough with cinnamon sugar on it. I was like, hey, I get those. Those are churro-like. They're not. They're just like fried dough.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I thought, way to go, Mexicans. You just took anything you could find and were like, fry it. That's all you have to do. I'd probably eat a carrot if you just fried it.
I know a lot of like pizza places do that. They take their dough, cut it into like little balls, and make
the
like
Zeppelis.
Zeppelis, yeah. So it's kind of like that, but
Man, you're off the rails.
But I have a goal.
I am too.
I have a goal though. I mean, like I know that Sunday we're going out to dinner for Father's Day, and then we have to wrap it up at Sunday.
So Monday you're back
I'm
on
back,
hardcore.
Hardcore.
All right.
Same. I'm ending Father's Day at Ocean Prime, and then I'm back on it. I'm gonna stop looking at my treadmill and going ugh as I walk by it. I'm gonna get back on track.
But the better thing to do is not go hard and ham all the way through. Like you have to pick. Like today, only have one crazy meal.
Yeah, like
you know what I mean.
I mean,
like,
I'm not. Yesterday I had the burritos and tacos. I went. It wasn't really
and the churros
crazy.
and
right. But I mean, that was I ate dinner.
But
you know
so
what I mean?
like today, try and do like if you have a cheat meal, don't get dessert with it.
Yeah,
you know
well, that's
I
not. Why put parameters on it,
Well,
Carmen? It's a cheat meal.
No,
you know?
man.
But it makes,
Let's go Hooters. Let's go back to the good old days.
I'm telling you, it makes it so much harder. The more you put into your system, and if you don't start giving yourself those restrictions, when you go to give yourself restrictions again, it makes it that much like more mentally.
I know.
When you said ham, it made me harder.
Like last night, I had a late night, and throughout the day, I kind of had like just.
What are you doing late night?
Well, I
on
was
a work night.
Not late. I mean, like I was up at 9 and hungry. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was like, and at that point, you're like, what do I eat? And because that whole day I was just snacking, I never ate like a whole meal. So you know what I had last night? Peas and salmon.
What?
All right.
Who are you?
I'd rather be fat.
Yeah.
Listen, but that's the thing because I had been snacking all day and I had like a little bag of potato chips and I like did have some cheat stuff. So because it was so late, but I was hungry, I still had to eat, but I made sure I ate healthy.
Side note, my new album, Peas and Salmon, comes out on Thursday.
I got to tell you, it was very disappointing and very sad. I was not happy about it, but I just, I don't know.
When my wife makes salmon in the house, I want to just divorce her.
I mean, I put honey all over it.
On the salmon?
Oh, I love honey
It
on my
smells
salmon.
so bad.
Yeah.
No, not that it's not good, but it's not so healthy anymore, is it?
Yeah, honey's good, especially if you get like local raw honey and you don't get the fake honey that's with like a bunch of sugar they add.
Yeah.
We got it at Detweiler's.
Ooh.
I love Detweiler. I'm excited. I get to go to Sarasota today, and and the best part about it is I get to go to Detweiler's.
You know, the thing about that wireless that gets me excited was Ralphie, the tortoise, because they have the leafiest vegetables.
Yeah, and they have I'm sure they have all the stuff that he can eat that you normally can't like get up here.
Right.
Yeah, and the best part is I always get a little ice cream at the end because they do like homemade ice cream there, and you can get a single scoop, a double, this and that. I always get a single.
You're my
Have you got their meats?
Yeah. They have great meat.
Yeah, and if you play dumb and you go up to the deli counter and ask them, hey, what's the deal with this homemade corn cob bacon? And they'll go, oh, we have some made. You want some? They'll give you some like you're a kid at Publix getting a cookie every single time.
Carmen's is my second favorite daughter.
Thank you.
Last night I'm laying in bed trying to fall asleep, and a goddamn Amber Alert went off. Did you all get that?
Yeah.
But I saw mine this morning, but I had my phone on sleep, so it doesn't wake you up.
I have those
Stop
blocked.
telling me when kids in Miami are missing. What do I care? I don't
So
know
dumb.
the kid, and it made me root against the kid.
But yours like woke you up? Like you have yours on?
Mine is on, and I'm watching TV, and it scared the piss out of me. It freaked me out. Because it's so aggressive and loud.
Yeah.
And then I go, don't even look at it because you know it's not here, and it's going to be somewhere in Volusia County. And sure enough, I grab my phone, I look, and it's like Miami-Dade. Even in Miami, you're not going to find a missing kid. So what do you? I don't know. I just was
you
annoyed
can
by
go
that.
into settings and turn those off.
But I forget about it until it happens, you know? And then...
And it always happens at the worst time, like late at night when you're sleeping or...
Yeah, and it's never, I don't know, it's just weird. Or silver alerts, like I'm going to find an old man that wandered out of the house. I got my own old man.
I'm right here, Mike.
Yeah, you know. Thank you.
What do they think we're gonna do? Like just hop down on like a fire pole and slide into our car and go looking for these people?
Yeah, like I'm on, like all of a sudden we're on alert now. Like I don't know. I guess it's good.
Yeah, I mean,
if it was my kid, I would be like, yeah.
You'd want everybody to help.
I would be curious to know the stats on how many times like the Amber Alert helped.
Sometimes because they put like they'll put like the description of the car out there, and people are driving and they see the car with the license plate.
Yeah, and that's happened. They've called in before. So I mean, I just if you're gonna kidnap a kid, do it in the afternoon.
Yeah.
And late night is really screwing things up for me.
I had a Amber Alert and a Silver Alert go off like back to back, like a minute apart, and I was like, if they find the old man, check his trunk.
Yeah. Right, bag to bag.
Yeah.
But I was up last night watching the news because Israel has attacked Iran in an offensive strike to stop Iran from making nuclear weapons. And it is going to lead to an all-out war that will no doubt involve us. I don't care what anybody says. Iran is already Iran. I'm trying to be respectful and say it right, but it's Iran to us.
Yeah. When did that change?
It's always been Iran, but we never acknowledge it.
It was
we call
always
it Iran.
Iran.
Yeah. It's Iran.
And we pronounce it the way we pronounce words.
Right.
Like it's spelled that way for us.
So they are already blaming us.
Trump said it's not us.
Trump, well, they
Came
made
right
it,
out.
They made it very clear. Marco Rubio released a statement that said that it's not us. This is between Israel and Iran, and if Iran strikes back against America, well, then we're coming in strong. So
yeah, Trump's been. I mean, for days he'd been saying that he just wanted diplomacy, did not let things escalate. Now here we are.
But I think that's because he knew what was going to happen.
Probably.
I think that's the side that he takes because he knows it's coming. And I mean, this was a extremely calculated strike. They destroyed the nuclear site. They destroyed other weapon sites. They killed uranium enrichment. They killed
leaders.
Three leaders.
Yeah.
So they got senior leaders. So they definitely had some intelligence, and they went in there strong. And it was going on. The great thing about wars now.
Wait,
Go ahead.
How about the fascinating thing about wars now?
These views do not.
The different thing about wars now is opposed to like Vietnam, when in order to get any footage of Vietnam, you had to send a guy into Vietnam, and he had to go with the troops and try to take the footage, and it's a lot of grainy running footage.
Or did they just create it in a movie studio?
Whatever, it wasn't that great, Here for this thing last night, they're like, give you the video. We blew up this building, and here's the video of us blowing up the building. So you see the building just laying there, and all of a sudden, just bright light and fire everywhere. It's crazy, but the whole thing is all on tape. So
you start digging on Reddit, and you get all the cell phone videos of people on the ground.
Yeah,
it's pretty wild.
It is pretty. It is pretty amazing to watch. Sad, that these people have to go through this. These citizens of both of these countries, but I don't know. I mean, it's one of those things where I watched the news for a while, and I'm like, yeah, this is necessary, because the minute that Iran has a nuclear weapon, it's going to use it against Israel. It's going to use it against us. It's going to use it anywhere. They've got to be stopped. And then part of me is like, I don't know, why are we allowed to have nuclear weapons and they're not allowed to have nuclear weapons? You know what I mean? So I'm just putting myself in their perspective. But anyway. Israel struck and has bombed Iran, and this will no doubt lead to retaliation, which will make Israel come back even stronger. And whether or not we will be involved, I don't know. But Gio, I don't know about you, but I'm thinking about enrolling my son in school full time so that he cannot get drafted.
Yeah,
I worry about
is
those
that
things.
part of?
No,
like I don't know what the draft restrictions are.
So back in the Vietnam days, they would draft people who were not in college.
Gotcha.
So,
but it would eventually get to them, right?
It would eventually get to them, yeah.
But they're like second tier.
Also, I'm just telling you right now, I'm sending Joey to Canada. If that's the case, there's no way I'm sending that. He's like, I don't know, your son seems like he might be good for the military.
Yeah.
Not that I want your son to go to the military, or certainly not during a war or a draft, but your son seems like he'd do good. He's a big kid. He's athletic.
He likes being outside.
He's a man.
But also, he's a mechanic, so he may not be on like the front lines. Like
Right.
He's nothing like me, is what we're saying.
Yes.
Yeah, that's exactly
He's
what
not
we're
burger
saying.
guy.
No.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to say
He's
that.
not burger kid.
But
Yeah.
he likes things that I would think is horrible. Like he loves working on cars. I hate that. I don't even want to change my oil.
Right.
Where he's like fast. Literally, I ask him every day because he's doing like this apprenticeship right now to learn.
You said apprenticeship.
Oh!
right now.
Apprenticeship.
Wait, it sounded like you said he did apprentice.
No,
Yeah.
so he's doing an apprentice thing now
Yeah.
to learn how to work on like diesel engines and stuff. And every day I go, so you like it? He's like, yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah.
He
I can't
genuinely-
imagine liking that.
I told him, I go, he goes, why do you ask me every day? I go, because it sounds miserable.
Right.
It sounds like a horrible place to be. You're just in this shop all day. He's like, no, it's awesome.
But I mean, like, do you like your job?
I do.
Both, like all of them, or both, whatever.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, I
like
do.
this one's kind of fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
I don't mind it, but like it seems like a miserable thing. He loves it.
Yeah, well, that's great. I mean, look, we've said it a million times. If you can teach these kids one lesson, is do something that you love.
Yeah.
You know, so make them happy. But I'm just saying, like, I can picture your son smoking a cigarette with no shirt on and camouflage pants, fixing an engine.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Probably.
My son, I see him smoking opium in the middle of a den in South Vietnam with the other guys going, dude, you guys ever hear of laser dim?
He's gone AWOL.
There's no way there's no way that kid's fighting anybody. He's
Yeah.
like too chill to be angry. I don't know.
I feel like we're so far from that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's true.
Can't you just change the religion, like Muhammad Calta or something like that?
He's pretty close to being a Buddhist as it is. So somebody who doesn't believe in violence.
or aren't they changing the trans laws for the military?
You want me to get breast implants for my son?
I don't know. At least you could take those out.
It's cheaper than college.
Yeah.
That's a great idea, Carmen. I'll have Di Pasquale slap on a set of D's.
Yeah.
And just
Just for a couple
a
years.
couple years, lay low, wear some big sweatshirts.
Yeah.
Nobody know the difference.
You're not going to send these ninnies to war.
Yeah.
He's so high, he's just laying around playing with them.
Yeah, he doesn't care.
I just got a really disturbing visual.
I was telling my wife about the transgender porn that I saw the other day, and I said I was wondering about the undercarriage shrinking, and she's like, she looks at me and I go, I was flipping through the channels and there was a transgender porn thing, and then there was this thing, and I told her, and she goes, so basically what you're saying is you watched it.
Yeah.
I go, well, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't keep it on for 30 seconds because it was kind of not hot.
I mean, we all know it was more than 30 seconds.
No, it was. Look, I would tell you. I would tell you.
It seems like you did a deep dive, and that would take a lot more than 30
Right.
seconds.
Like, how do you get there?
Yeah.
So I'll tell you. There's like, say there's like 100 channels, and you go on one, and then you just hit next, and it flips to the next
Yeah,
one.
I know how going through.
Right. But I went to the next one, and it appeared to be two women. And then all of a sudden they panned down, and you were like, whoa. And then I'm like, what is that? Because that's what it looked like. It was like, what is that? You couldn't tell what was, and I was like, oh, I know what that is. Oh, yeah.
It seems like you were gathering a lot of intel, and that I feel like that takes more than 30. It might have felt like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
But I feel like you may have been there for a while.
Yeah, maybe it was.
Which is
maybe
fine.
30 seconds, half hour. I don't know. The time runs together.
And usually those things like go by based on like what you've searched before or
No.
watched
It was
before.
it was not the internet. It was the TV.
Yeah,
Your
but-
algorithm's locked in.
and we don't know how that box really works.
What do you
know
mean? What do you think? It just it attaches to what I like.
It knows
knows,
what
yeah.
you're watching and it
Knows.
moves those channels
Yeah.
forward.
So if you
and
watch my favorites, it's all Godfather and tranny porn.
Yeah.
I got you. I got you.
they're like basically the same.
Yeah. Listen, I will promise you one thing, that if that was something I was into, I would come in here and I'd be like, guess what I'm into? I guess I'm
Isn't
not, though.
John Brennan into that kind of stuff?
John Brennan is.
Yeah.
Solid.
That's
Loves
cool.
it. Looks for it. Searches it out. Yeah.
Oh boy.
That's your boss, Carmen.
Our boss.
No. So what else was in the meeting that we missed, Johnny? Anything else good?
I mean, we had some good pizza and some wings.
Oh man, they didn't even get good food. It was pizza.
It was good though. It was Blackjack's. It was good.
I don't know what that is. I don't know what blackjacks is.
It's a pizza place. It's
Yeah.
owned by a black dude named Jack.
Appropriately titled.
Yeah, it was good. No, I mean that was really, that was it was long. It was entertaining. It was good.
Yeah.
It was fun. And then I then I got to go out to Winter Haven last night and get home at 1 a.m.
Wait,
and,
you're skipping ahead. Did they recognize me from my years of service?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, actually, I apologize. I
Jesus
did miss
Christ,
that.
Johnny.
Yeah,
I'm
forgot about
feeding you. I'm
that.
feeding you lines.
I was
trying to-
eating. No, there was it was birthdays. They did all those, and
Yeah.
then you are. I think you were at 18 or 19 years.
19 years of service to this company.
Yeah, dude,
Did
that's
Scotty rap that, or was it a separate thing?
awesome. He actually crooned it. Yeah, he sang it like Barry Manilow. It was-
Now,
yeah.
Do you get anything for 19 or is it like kind of like anniversaries? Like the next one is 20.
So I have never gotten anything. I shouldn't say that. One year, they had a catalog like where you used to get to go pick something.
There was a website you could go to.
And I was there for 10 years, and I got a wine decanter because it was like the closest thing to anything that I would have wanted.
Right.
And when they sent it, it was actually really nice. I liked it. And then I got home and I went to take it out of the back seat of my car and I dropped it in the driveway and broke it. I was like, well, there goes that. 10 years down the drain.
I think I got a Bluetooth speaker one year, and then another time I got walkie-talkies that I gave to my son.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, they stopped doing that. They used to have a whole website where you can go and just pick items that you wanted to, here's your anniversary. Go get some.
You can kind of fast forward to the other years to see what people that have been around for a while.
I want to watch, man.
Yeah.
I listen. You know what I want? I want healthcare for the rest of my life. That's
That'd be
what I
nice.
Want. Yeah. Well, that was
how long do you got to be there for?
It was supposed to be 20 years.
Yeah.
When 20 years you were vested and you got healthcare and all that stuff, but I don't know.
And they changed that probably.
I think so. And I remember Kevin Nealon being out there for our pension meeting, and he said, if you're here for 5 years, you're in the back. I was like, I'll never make it 5 years. I never thought I would be here 5 years, and now it's 19 years later.
So if you've been there 19, I'm trying to think of the people that are been there long. I know Aunt Kelly's been there longer. Fisher,
Dylan, Mike, probably.
Yeah.
And you've only ever been on this station, right?
In Cox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, there's not too many people left that are.
So Carmen, I got you want to hear? I'll tell you the story. I got fired from when I worked with the other guy. I got fired, drove out of the parking lot at FLZ, picked up the phone and called the Bone, and the morning show was Fisher at the time. And because Fisher and Boy were on 97X, and then I think I don't know, maybe it wasn't. Maybe they wanted to put me with Fisher. I don't remember, but I called, and there was a guy named Chuck Beck who used to be the program director of The Bone. And I left them a message that said, hey, it's Cowhead. I just got fired, giving you a call. And they called me back immediately. And I drove straight over there and went there and met with them. And they were like, we're thinking about putting together a morning show on The Bone, and you and Fisher. And I was like, all right, great. Yeah, whatever. I was ready to go, man. And then the guy's like, you golf? We're going golfing tomorrow. And I was like, I don't. I hate golf. And he was like, oh. And I didn't get that job. And I think I didn't get that job because I didn't golf. Yep. Because that guy would golf all the time. I'd call the thing and they're like, no, he's out golfing. He's not in the middle of the day.
Yeah.
So
a lot of business is conducted during golf.
But I was a kid.
Yeah.
And I didn't like golf, and I didn't really get the whole, hey, because I would have just grabbed clubs and went out there and hung out with them. And I did not get that job. And then I got a job at 10:10 a.m., which was not as glamorous, but still was a paycheck. And I ended up staying there. And then what I do is I get in there and I spread like a virus. I start out as a board op, and the next thing you know, I'm doing mornings. You know what I mean? I just worked my way right in there, yeah. And then they took me off that and put me on an FM station. And I worked there all the way up until I had to threaten to sue them so that they would let me out of my contract. And then they did. And then I went back to the same place that fired me the first time, only to get fired again.
Like pretty shortly after, right?
No, it was a couple of years. Yeah, I went back there only to get fired again. And then don't think those bitches didn't try to hire me again. And I thought, when you go, they'll like send a press release, and the press release will say, hey, we were happy to have, Mike Calta working here or whatever. And then you put in a comment, and my comment was I had it already written out. It was like, I can't believe I'm dumb enough to go back to this place for the third time. That was going to be my comment. Yeah, but no. I'm solidly here for 19 years. Celebrate me. Make me a bobblehead. Do something.
You haven't gotten a bobblehead yet?
No, I don't want one.
Well, Mo's got one and you don't have one?
Yeah, he can have it. I'd rather have a
Carmen got one.
I mean, Johnny B, you got to remember that's for like the lower level people.
Yeah.
It's crumbs for us.
Right. I get money.
Well.
They get bobblehead.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I'm part of the Mike Calta crew now. I don't want no goddamn bobblehead. Y'all keep it.
Yep.
I think once they accuse us of fixing the contest, that's when
they stop.
We're out
now.
Yeah, we are out now.
Do you know about that, Johnny?
No, what happened?
So you can vote on the MVP.
I guess.
You're supposed to email,
Yeah, you're supposed to email. So
if you check your emails.
We colluded, and we all voted for the same hot
Allegedly.
chick. Yeah.
Oh.
So and she won. So then now that they don't make us eligible anymore.
Yeah, JoJo called us out.
Yeah,
she said, I know what you guys are doing.
You guys can't just vote for the hot girl all the time. And we did. So
They said it was rigged.
yeah.
Well, that's how Best of the Bay works. You just,
Oh, really? You're gonna tell me that the show that won best radio show that's not even on the radio.
Yeah, you got to make 100 Gmail accounts and vote for yourself over and over again, probably.
Yeah,
you know?
I own it. I think that's happening now, and I don't even care anymore. They've between Happy Hour and Melton, they've completely ruined the way that thing used
like
to
the
work.
integrity of
Yeah,
it.
like, I don't even care. I don't even care. Don't vote.
Yeah.
Don't want to win. No nothing.
But
Well, I get second every year in fan votes for a comedian, and the guy that's won it like the last 3 years doesn't live in Tampa. Nobody's ever met him. He's like this big fat like Lavelle Crawford looking guy that's a magician and a comedian. Nobody knows who he is, and he apparently
There's only one other comedian that I would say is on par with you. That's Matt Fernandez.
And yeah, he's won. We both have won. You know, a few of. I've won 4. You know, and Matt's probably won 3 or 4.
If you ask me if you like if you say I need a comedian to open up for me, who do I call? I'd say call Johnny B or call Matt Fernandez.
Yeah, Matt gets a lot of calls. Matt's, you know, like he's open for Chappelle and Burr and all these guys. When they come to town, they'll call, I guess, BT, or they'll call somebody and they grab Matt. And if they need, you know, a fatter, more washed up, older version, they call me.
Right,
you know,
gotcha,
but yeah, no, we have a lot of solid comics. I mean, you know, you got Chris Machado because he's going to be at Side Splitters Sunday night. You know,
Chris Machado, who we talked about yesterday on the show, hit me up yesterday. He's headlining on Father's Day. If I'm a dad and I want to do something fun for Father's Day, I would go see Chris Machado. I've seen him 5-6 times. Very funny comedian.
My son and I went and saw Fitzsimmons over the weekend, and this was my son's first time going to a comedy show.
Right.
He had a great time.
Yeah, it's a good time.
Now he's 18, he can go to those things.
Yeah.
So we went to the Late Show, and it was awesome.
Machado did one of the funniest things I've ever seen a comic do. We got booked together at this Irish bar in Punta Gorda, and I go out there probably once a year. It's a really cool place.
Right.
And but it was an outdoor show, and I didn't know Chris was going to be there. Like he lives not far from there, so they put him up in front of me as my feature act, and there was kids all over the place. And I said to the owners, I said, "Hey, there's kids here." You know, I go, you know, Chris and I, we're not kid
guys.
comics, yeah. And he goes, "I don't know, man. Like if they want to bring their kids, they bring their kids. It's up to them." Well, he gets up there and he starts not only doing his set, like he is extra dirty, and he's talking to the parents of these like 5-year-olds going, "This is your fault. Your kid's going to be a school shooter and it's your fault. This is what," and he's just roasting these kids and their parents. I'm in the back. I can't even breathe. Dude. I was laughing so hard. I was like, all right, I guess gloves are off, man. And they finally left, but they sat through about 30 minutes of him just saying the most heinous stuff ever to 5-year-olds.
I don't know what I would do. I would be like, we got to go. We got to get out of here.
It took them a while, but I was like, these parents are such drunks. They just want to finish off a couple more pints before they get out of here.
Hell, the old Irish.
It was great.
All right, let's take a break, come back, and we will play Sporkle. Carmen will tell you what we have to give away, and we will do that next. It's the Mike Calta Show. Johnny B is hanging out with us. It's the Mike, what is it? 1025 The Bone.
Sure.
Johnny B is hanging out with us. Galvin is off for a couple of days. He'll be back on Monday. Carmen in the studio with us.
Hi.
Yeah.
Still have no breakfast.
Took my parking spot this morning, just so you know.
Well, I tried to leave room for you to be closer.
No, took my spot.
Well,
it's all right.
First off, burger guy.
I don't know why you're going to go to
Fighting
insults
words,
right
fighting
away.
words.
Burger guy just had a doctor's appointment. Like I thought I was being nice by not like pulling all the way up so you could.
I should have told you guys to pull. Joey's not here. You could have pulled all the way up. So,
yeah.
But I just figured. And plus you're older than me, so just respecting my elder.
Right. It's nice.
I pulled up and I just said, "This bitch."
well, you know, the problem is Joe took my parking spot.
Oh.
I always park on the street because usually you guys are all here, so everyone parks in the driveway. So the one time that I'm here a year, I park in the street by the light pole.
Today is the one day that my neighbors probably hate me. Because all you guys are here, then the clean ladies are here, then the ladies coming to clean the dogs later, and it's going to be nuts in that circle, man.
Yeah.
All right, we got some stuff to give away, Carmen. What is that stuff? I know it's a load of horse crap.
I mean, depending on who you are.
Well, I mean, let's just be honest. Go ahead. I'll take them one by one.
Okay, so we have glass animals.
Never even heard of them before. Not saying that doesn't mean that they're good. I just don't know who they are. I'm getting old.
Okay, Summer of Loud.
Summer of Loud is a bunch of bands that probably I played at one point in my career.
And are really loud.
Who are they?
I have no idea
Okay.
right now. Suicide Boys.
Yeah, which is definitely very popular, but not probably to this audience.
Right. Falling in Reverse.
Okay, never even couldn't. That's something Gio played when he was in Tallahassee.
Some
Yeah.
guy was very excited to take his wife to that.
Oh.
I know that. So,
Good.
but yeah, same.
Yeah, they probably got a decent little fan base.
Yeah. All right. Good.
And then the non-legends on the Legends tour, Cage the Elephant.
Right. That load of garbage. All right. You have your choice of tickets right now, and nobody dropped off, so that makes me happy. Let's play a little Sporkle. Here we go. Oh, somebody dropped off.
Oh, by the way, Craig Gass is through Saturday.
Oh, he is?
Yes.
I thought he was there just through the 12th.
Thursday to
good,
Saturday.
Good. All right. Carmen is the keeper of Sporkle. Pap is your judge and scorekeeper. Johnny B is playing. I am the current champion. Carmen, what are we playing today?
Okay, so I just wanted to try and make it even and fair as possible.
Oh, man.
So we're going to do 8-letter easy vocabulary,
Okay.
right? You guys should have all heard of these words before.
All right.
Okay, your first one. The act or process of making structures by putting
Building.
together materials. Geo. Activities that relate to the buying or selling of goods
Oh, idiot.
and services. 8
Marketing.
letters. No.
Buying.
Activities that relate to buying and selling of goods and services.
Can I answer again?
Buzz. Go ahead.
Bye.
No, I don't know.
Commerce.
Commerce.
Having all necessary parts.
Collection?
Equipped.
No. Having
Complete?
all complete. Yes. Mike Calta. The things that are said by characters in a story.
Dialogue.
Yes. Mike Calta.
Guy's a genius.
A person who works for another person.
Employee.
Mike.
John, you're terrible at those.
Yeah.
No, I was doing that for myself.
Oh, okay.
I was so close.
Yeah.
Your next one. Any of several games played between two teams on a usually rectangular field having
Football.
goalposts. Yes.
What is it?
What?
Football. Oh.
Football. It was very long.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Your next one. A person who has earned a degree or diploma from a school.
Graduate.
Yes. Geo. The distinguishing character or personality of an individual.
Profile.
Characteristic.
Nope. The distinguishing character or personality of an individual.
I don't know.
Identity. Your next one. The group that is the smaller part of a larger.
Minority.
Yes. Mike. Oh my God.
What's wrong with you?
I keep clicking out because my mouse.
Yeah.
And it keeps taking me off the quiz and
For the
going
love of
back.
God.
Oh,
But then
Ruining my momentum.
I have my flow.
Yeah.
I know.
That's what's knocking me off too.
Yep.
By the way, we're down to 4 lines of people. Everybody dropped off.
All right, your next one. A book of blank pages for writing
Journal.
on.
Notebook.
Notebook.
Ah,
Mike. Not derived from something else.
Original.
Mike.
Jesus.
And Pap. We're halfway there.
Johnny B is on the board with a single point. Gio with 2 points. And Michael is your leader right now. He's winning with 6.
Dominate.
6.
Yeah.
All right, we are doing 8-letter easy vocabulary. Your next one. To make a person or animal unable to move or
Paralyzed.
Paralyzed.
Geo. Relating to the body of a person instead of the mind.
Physical.
Mike. Your next one. A piece of land, often with buildings on it.
Island. Nope.
Nope. 8 letters.
Compound.
Nope. A piece of land, often with buildings on it.
Oh, man.
Property. Your next one. A sentence, phrase, or word that asks for information or
Question.
Mike.
It seems too easy to be the
Yeah.
answer.
Yeah.
A plan of things that will be done and the times when they will be done.
Itinerary.
Schedule.
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 Geo. The state of being protected or safe from harm.
Security.
Yes. Johnny B.
Suck it.
An answer to a problem.
Solution.
Yes,
Oh,
Johnny.
here he comes.
B.
Here he comes. Here he comes.
Oh, yeah.
And Pap. We're on the last three.
You're screwed.
Damn it.
Johnny B, 3 points on the board. Gio slightly ahead with 4, and Michael is your leader right now. He's winning by 8.
I got 5.
You guys suck.
I got 5.
No.
Yes. I have 5. I don't know. I got 5.
Yeah.
I keep my score.
All
I
right,
got
give
5.
him 5. You can have 5. Who cares? He's still going to lose.
Yeah.
You're wrong. I have 5.
Yeah.
All right. 8-letter, easy vocabulary. Last 3. Here we go. A device that is used for protection from the rain and sun.
Umbrella.
Mike.
Suck your 5.
A number equal to 10 times 100.
1,000.
Mike Calta. And your last one. The sharing of another's sadness or pain.
Sympathize.
Empathize.
Morning show.
Sympathy.
Sympathy. Mike Calta.
Thank
No
you.
point.
No point. I'll
No
take it.
point.
Oh, my God.
Your final score.
Cool.
Johnny B with 3 points on the board. Galvin with a suspicious 5.
Galvin.
I mean, Gio with a suspicious
What
5.
is going on with you, dude?
Mike.
And Michael is your triumphant champion today. He won with 5.
Oh, my God.
What?
I did not win with 5.
did not.
By
He won
5.
by 5 with 10.
Oh, my God.
You confused me.
You're all over the place.
Dude, you want to talk about cognitive decline? Holy hell.
It's the
Happens
name.
to everybody.
Joe.
Jeez.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, sleepy.
Mike Calta Show, good morning. Who is this?
Hi, good morning. This is Renee.
Hi, Renee. You are the winner. I'm going to put you on hold. Johnny B will grab you during the break, and we'll hook you up with your choice of prizes.
It's 4 in a row.
Thank you.
Just out of curiosity, do you know what you're going to choose?
My daughter likes glass animals.
All right. There you go. Worked out for you.
Thank you.
All right. I'm going to put you on hold there, Pumpkin. Line 2 there, Johnny.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
it's probably a kid's band.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
I'm sure they got that song on like TikTok or something.
Couldn't tell you. I haven't been on TikTok in forever.
It's still pretty good.
What do
I
we have
got
coming up in
stolen.
news?
Oh, come up in news.
Oh. Did you forget?
A lot of good stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You
I
want to
have
surprise
news.
us?
I just didn't come up with the clever
That's fine.
little
That's fine.
little tease.
We'll take a break. News is next. We got, of course, we're going to talk about Israel
Yeah.
bombing Iran and a
We
bunch
got-
of other things.
Hockey, we got all kinds of stuff.
All right. Gio has your news.
News type stuff.
Okay.
Oh, man.
All right.
Moose just pointed out I doubled the score, but I have the rules.
Yeah,
So,
so
and I don't care if you guys say poems today. We're running late. We'll do that again when Galvin's here. It's fun to make him miserable.
yeah.
Anybody have any plans this weekend? Like do anything cool?
I think I'm going to Top Golf on Saturday.
I like that.
Top Golf is pretty cool.
Top Golf was fun.
Yeah, my
Who
son.
do you get to go with?
I'm going with my son and my in-laws.
You can get your son to hang out with you.
Yeah, recently, yeah.
You think you-
Enjoy it.
They say they come back.
Yeah.
They say after high school they like come back a little bit.
He decides like, hey, because it was his birthday last week. I'm like, you want to do anything for your birthday? He's like, yeah, I just want to go to Top Golf. I'm like, all right, so let's go to Top Golf. So we're going to Top Golf.
My son and I went to dinner at Donatello's last week. And we walked in and there was just a slew of hot young girls there. And that kid doesn't even pay attention. Like he doesn't even, I think that's the reason why he gets girls is because he doesn't pay attention to them. You know what I mean?
But doesn't he have a girlfriend?
But
Before
that-
you're putting it out there, like
No, but that's what I'm saying is that he is so into his girlfriend
right.
that he doesn't, because I say to him, I go, I actually said, how do you walk into, I go, I'm 53 years old. I walked into a bunch of 20-year-old girl. The first thing I did was, what's up, girls? It's like just my instinct. And he's like, yeah, he goes, well, for starters, I have a girlfriend. And second of all, I'm like, yeah, I'm married to your mother. I'm not trying to pick up the girls.
Yeah.
Just, I get an automatic, the light switch went on the minute I walked in. You don't even look at them. And he's like, oh, I don't know who you are.
I think we fall into like creepy old man stage now.
I don't know. I don't feel like I'm creepy anymore because I'm not trying to do anything. You know what I mean? Like I don't.
That's the thing. That's what makes it creepy.
No, but
we're kind of
Like,
like
what's the point?
like you ever see like your grandmother when she used to look at you or other babies and go, "Oh, you're so beautiful." That's how I'm now. I'm like I pinch your cheek.
Oh,
now.
baby,
Yeah.
you're so beautiful.
No, I
Oh, look at this nice ass.
don't. No.
Jeez.
Why do you guys have to make me a pervert all the time?
I'm just
You
I
saying.
do
can't
it.
just appreciate beauty. I can't just appreciate a woman for being beautiful.
But if I did the same thing, I feel like I'm in the category now, like creepy dad.
Well,
Yeah, well, I wasn't like, hey, get a load of the cans on that one. You know
It
what I
kind
mean?
of seems like that's what you're doing.
Hey,
The Hooters on that
girls.
toddler. Hmm.
No, it was interesting because I walked in and they were all standing there like they had like the group. And when I walked in, they parted, and I just was like, "Hello,"
Yeah, like they were
like they were waiting
for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. So anyway, I
I
don't
mean,
know.
I get it. I'm just saying, I think that's why we have a different reaction compared to, kids who are 18, 19 years old.
Right.
You know?
Like my dad, I don't see my dad as being creepy. You know what I mean? And he's very nice to everybody, but he doesn't come across as creepy.
Could you see your dad walking into the room and go, whoa, get a load of this?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My father has the same line. My father, if there's two hot girls, or if there's one hot girl and one mediocre one, my father will look at him and he go, "Yeah, yours isn't bad."
Yeah.
Yeah, but I've never seen him do anything like where I'd be embarrassed by it or anything like that.
Yeah, I do think my son enjoys hanging out with me.
That must be nice.
Yeah, because my wife and daughters went out of town last week. It was just us.
Yeah.
And we hung out all weekend.
No, we did. I'm saying it like we don't do. We went out last week. We went out
Yeah.
to dinner and we went to the Hard Rock. We had a great night.
We
We
went
had a
to
great time.
that Violet Stone, which was awesome.
Yeah.
yeah.
Then
I
we
want to
went-
go there so bad
We went
now.
to Top Golf, and then we went to see Fitzsimmons at Side Splitters.
Yeah. Oh, you had a good week.
I was like, that was a great night.
yeah.
Well, both of you guys look like your kids, like you belong together. Like my son likes to hang out with me, but I don't look like his dad at all. So I looks like some weird guy. Like he looks like a basketball player, and I'm his agent or something, or the
Yeah.
Big Brother program. You know,
But you know what? I'm always thinking about it. People are like, "Oh, is that Mike Calta? Who's that young boy he's with?" You know, I didn't know he was gay.
Yeah.
And I want to be like, "That's my son. That's my son."
You do talk about your son enough that people should know.
No, I know.
That's your son.
Yeah, most people kind of guess.
I know, but
figure
like
out.
I was leaving the Hard Rock, there was some guy there, and he recognized me. He was like, "Hey," and we start talking, and here I am standing with Joey, and then at one point I was like, "Yeah, this is my son," and he goes, "Oh, hey," and I went, "What did he think? What was he thinking before I said that?"
Gay
Just-
lover.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Everybody just assume I got a young boyfriend.
Yeah, if I get recognized with my kids, that's the best.
Oh yeah, but my kids aren't fazed by it anymore, so they don't care. They
Yeah.
don't- it used to be. I used to look at them and I'd be like, "Look, girls want to take pictures with me." No, like, no.
I point it out, and they were like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
They're not, But it makes me feel good.
When I pick up Juliana from school and I hear I'm listening to Drew and a commercial comes on and I'm on the radio, I go, "Look, that's me. That's me." And she's like, "Yeah, I know. I don't care." I'm
That's
like,
so weird.
yeah. They don't even care.
Yeah, my kids don't really, they're not phased by it at all. They'll say, like, their friends' dads listen to the show and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, my daughter goes, "Do you know this girl at school?" I go, "Yeah, her dad's heard of you before." I go, "Yeah, a lot of people have heard of
Yeah,
me. I'm
yeah.
very popular."
Like, she's surprised.
Heard of me like I'm
Yeah.
some sort of internet schlub that's Christ.
Not a fan. I
Heard
just
of me.
kind of heard about that guy one
Yeah.
time.
I always go, "Do you want a T-shirt? You want to bring me a T-shirt?" She's like, "Oh God, no,
Yeah,
no."
yeah,
She's
yeah.
horrified by
Yeah,
that.
T-shirt,
Horrified.
any type of merchandise, except they love the pins from the cruise.
The cruise? Oh,
Yeah.
My fat
the
ass.
dad with
yeah.
your big mouth open.
Yeah, my daughter said she had those on her backpack.
Oh,
and
nice.
She was giving them out to her friends, and they were all laughing. So
Yeah,
that's pretty.
my dad.
there you go.
Yeah, here he is.
I still have mine.
Look at this. Look at this fat ass on his knees.
Oh, you
with
look
his
adorable.
Mouth open.
Mike Calta Show. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, sir.
How we doing, guys?
Pretty good.
Long
How are
time
you?
listener, first time caller, sir.
Thank you.
Hey, I see nobody wants to folding your reverse tickets, man. I'll take a pair if you just throwing them away.
All right. Yeah, I'm not throwing them away, but I'll throw them to you, sir, if you really want them.
I really do, man. They're not bad.
All right. Do we still have them, Carmen?
I don't know.
Johnny, do we still have them? Do you know?
I mean,
Just give
Sure.
them to him. Yeah, he's online. Would you mind do that?
yeah, I got it.
All right. Thank you. In the meantime, it's time to check in with Gio. He has today's news.
And now, news with Galvin on the Mike Calta Show.
What do we have in news today, Gio?
Late Thursday into early Friday morning, Israel carried out a massive military operation known as Operation Rising Lion, targeting Iran's nuclear and military infrastructure. The assault involved 200-plus fighter jets striking over 100 sites, including nuclear facilities in Tehran, missile factories, residences, and top Iranian commanders, which they say, I think, 3 or 4 have been taken out now.
They got the big guys.
High-profile casualties reported, and Iran responded by launching over 100 drones toward Israel. Most were intercepted by Israeli and Jordanian defenses, prompting multiple airspace closures in the region.
Israel's got that defense system that nothing's getting over there. Nothing's getting near them. And I have to tell you, it's pretty solid that they say that a lot of those prisoners that they've gotten have given up intelligence right away. That's why they were able to get the people as far as where their residents were, and where they were able to get the factory. They said they were at like 83% enrichment of the uranium, so they were getting close to making that nuclear weapon, and it was time.
And they've said that they would absolutely fire nukes if they got the opportunity.
Right. Well, that's the thing they think is the minute that Iran has the capability of firing a nuclear weapon, they will use it. And they will most certainly use it against Israel. And Israel had to be on the offensive on this and take them down before it was completed. So we kind of knew we kind of knew it was going to come to this.
Yeah, I mean, they were like I said for days and weeks. Trump was trying to say, diplomacy, don't let this escalate. And now he's like,
which I think is hogwash. I believe that Trump and Benjamin Netanyahu had this plan the whole time, and I don't believe that Israel is going to act without telling us, not getting our permission, but act within.
Yeah, they were quick to say that this was not the United States, but they got to know. They definitely knew what was going on. This is not I don't think it was a surprise.
Nobody was surprised.
No. Worldwide oil prices jumped over 7%. U.S. stocks fell, and investors flocked to safe haven assets amid fears of further Middle East conflict. So get ready for your gas prices to skyrocket.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what is the next move now. Will Iran have the nuts to try and strike back somewhat? And then at what point do we really have to figure out, are we going to be involved? Because if they begin to attack, because they're already blaming us.
Yeah.
And if they begin to attack.
You don't want us to get involved. You know what I mean?
We don't want to get involved.
No, I'm saying, if you're Iran, they're like, you don't want us to jump in here. Which is pretty much what Trump is saying. Is like, listen, strike a deal,
he's ready.
Because if we get involved, then you're really in some serious S.
Also because going after Iran is not going to really upset China, Russia, you know what I mean? They're not going to be the ones to come to the defense. So basically, it's going to be just us and Israel wiping them off the map.
Basically.
Which is a lot of innocent people are going to die for no reason. But it's their move now. If they strike back and they strike against American bases or American properties over there, that's when Trump's going to be itching to go in there and lay something down.
Well, I mean, you got lunatics are saying we're definitely not only are we building nukes, but the minute they're ready, we're going to fire them off.
Yeah.
Like you
have no choice.
You can't because you can't
trust those people.
Reason with somebody like that.
Well, they're known for supporting all the terrorist groups and all that too.
Sure.
So that's one reason why you can't let them have nukes. I mean, like you were saying earlier, like, well, how come we can have them and they can't? Because they fund terrorists. Like they admit they do it. So yeah.
It's a mess over there, and it's never going to. Unfortunately, I'm wondering if the only way to actually end this would be a full scale just annihilation.
I mean, you hope it doesn't get to that, but you don't know.
Well, be on the lookout in the next couple of days because there will be without a doubt some sort of retaliation.
Yeah.
What do you do? I'm sorry, Jay. What do you do if it's like a Red Dawn scenario and all of a sudden there's parachutes flying down?
I mean, the idea that somebody would get that close undetected to the United States, and back then in Red Dawn, I don't know about the second one, but the first one it was Cuba coming in. I don't know who the second one, but you'd have to assume that Red Dawn that was some sort of. What was it? China in the second in the second one.
North Korea in the second one. It was horrible. Yeah, it was horrible.
I mean, the idea that anybody is getting near to the United States without us knowing about it is insane.
Just saying, if you got some chubby middle school teacher and he's like very strange.
Listen to me. I know where to run. I go straight to Shark Coast Tactical. Stock up. I know.
There you go.
Yeah.
Today is Friday the 13th. For those that are superstitious or freak out about that, this is the only Friday the 13th of the year.
I'm only a little stitious.
They say that today is the only Friday the 13th. The next one won't hit until February of next year. But next year, there's going to be 4 Friday the 13th in the year.
Do you remember how scary those movies were?
Oh,
when
yeah.
they first came out.
Yeah.
What was the first Friday the 13th movie that you saw, Carmen?
None.
None. You've never seen any of them.
No.
Wow.
Who is the bad guy?
I do not like scary movies. Is it Jason?
In Friday the 13th, number 1, who is the bad guy?
The mom.
Not you.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
You blew it.
You blew it.
The mom.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
It's the creepy mother. I think she was
Yeah.
scarier than Jason.
Is that the one where the lesbian lady is in it? Short hair.
Well, who said she was a lesbian? She's the mother of Jason.
No, but it's a sister.
No. Jennifer, you're thinking of Halloween, Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yes.
She's
Yeah.
not a lesbian either.
No.
She's a hermaphrodite.
Well, that's what they say.
I mean,
Yeah, they say she's got a little bit of both genders.
What?
Yeah, Jamie Lee Curtis has supposedly got a little bit of a peen and a
No.
vagine. Yeah,
That's
Google
why
it.
she eats the yogurt?
I don't know. I think that's
I
because
don't-
she's got yeast infections.
No.
Google it. It'll come
I
up.
mean, I did not know that.
Jamie Lee Curtis. The rumor is that she is some sort of a hermaphrodite. Now, I don't know if that just means she has an enlarged clitoris and a vagina,
Or she was born with both.
yeah, or if one kind of went away. I don't really know. She's been asked about it over the years. She's very touchy about the subject.
I mean, I'm not seeing anything.
Nothing comes up. You just put Jamie Lee Curtis Herm, it should come right up.
I put Jamie Lee Curtis penis.
And then,
All right.
yeah, try hermaphrodite.
All right. I'm trying.
That's
It does not come up like right away.
I think that was one of those early internet
like Richard
rumors.
Gere with the rodent
gerbils.
Gerbil,
Yeah, I'm seeing some stuff on
False.
on Reddit.
yeah. I'm not saying it's true.
Yeah.
I just that was
Yeah.
the rumor.
Yeah.
The AI generated overview on Google says the claim that Jamie Lee Curtis was born
With
an
both genders.
intersex individual is a false rumor.
Oh,
According to IMDb,
how do they know?
Yeah, I need to see
Curtis is a cisgender woman.
it. I need to see it.
Yeah,
I don't think.
we need proof.
I bet you she's got like a 3-inch clitoris. Looks like a little.
Well, doesn't that happen to like women bodybuilders who
Yes,
take
take
testosterone?
steroids.
Yeah,
Remember China?
yeah.
Remember China when she did Playboy? We were like, whoa.
I never
What
saw
does she
it.
got? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I was like young enough to hear about it, but not actually like go search it out. You know what I mean?
Not only did I see it, but I talked to China about it. And I talked to Jane Whelan from the Go-Go's about it because they were in the Surreal Life house together. And Jane Whelan was not interested in having that conversation with me. That was one of my more uncomfortable conversations that I had. Yeah.
So she's got like a big man in the boat? Is
She's
that
got a
what-
big man in the boat.
Like a Yao Ming?
She's got a Yao Ming and a Titanic is what she had.
Wow.
Yeah. It kind of made X-Pac gay. A little bit.
It had a foreskin.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
It was pretty elaborate.
The Edmonton Oilers pulled off a wild comeback Thursday night, beating the Florida Panthers 5-4 in overtime to even the Stanley Cup final in 2 games apiece. Florida was up 3-0 early, but Edmonton fought back with 4 unanswered goals. Then with just 19 seconds left, the Panthers tied it up to send it to overtime. Later on, Edmonton pulled out the win with the go-ahead goal.
Overtime, Stanley Cup hockey tied at 2 is the best you can ask for, and I couldn't be less interested.
Dude, I was watching it, and I only watched like the third period. It was insane.
Yeah, I mean, look, they're fighting it out for the championship. Repeat fighting it out and tied up. I mean, this is the best you could have asked for.
You go down 3 games, you're pretty much toast.
Yeah.
So the fact that Edmonton gets Florida forces overtime and Edmonton gets the win. Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift were there, and they kept cutting to them in
I
the
saw the
crowd.
picture of them,
Because I
yeah.
guess they're living in Florida right now, down in that area, or they're staying in Miami,
I don't know.
Yeah,
They've
or-
not invited me over.
Boca Raton, where the hell
Yeah.
it's at. This was a historic comeback. Edmonton became the first team in over 100 years to erase a 3-goal deficit and win on the road in the Stanley Cup final. Last time that happened was 1919.
If you're Taylor Swift, are you on a hockey game to be seen or to watch hockey?
I don't know.
I mean,
Both. I mean, if she likes it,
Little
if-
both.
I guess my wife likes it.
And
so.
and you have to think Travis Kelce played in
Right,
the
he
NFL.
probably- you're right,
He's
he-
a sports fan, so
right.
it's just like going with him. Like he likes going to those things.
Yeah.
I mean, they kept showing every time something happened, they would cut to their reaction. It was like when she was at the NFL games.
Yeah.
They just kept showing Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift over and over and over. Every time there was a score, every time there was a period change.
And again, they're both celebrities, so they get celebrity treatment. They're coming in the back.
Oh, yeah.
They're in,
Yeah.
they're in a suite. They
You
don't have
say
to
like that, it's so
mingle.
hot.
What?
Almost dumped her.
Yeah. You said they're coming in the back,
Yeah,
and I said,
yeah,
"Oh yeah."
Yeah, but it was a wild game, and I've no invested interest in either team. But
No,
there was just nothing else on. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'll watch hockey, and it was just crazy. It was fun to watch.
Do you want to know what I'm watching every night after Jeopardy if I'm still awake? Food Channel.
Really?
Yeah, like I'm watching Beat Bobby Flay.
Yeah.
I
That's
used
all
to
I
love
watch.
that show.
That's all I watch. It's like in the daytime it's Judge Judy, and at nighttime it's Beat Bobby Flay. It's the only thing that's ever on in this house.
I've been rewatching Tires over and over.
Yeah.
So good.
That's great.
That's great.
And
That season 2 is really good.
And you
So good.
saying that half the people have been in your garage, it's more than that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really is.
That's
Because I didn't
crazy.
even. I saw Fian. She was on last night. The episode.
Oh,
I
really?
watched. Yeah.
Yeah.
But she's like a hot model or something?
She's a calendar girl
Oh, yeah.
that Will banged apparently.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
It's from the first season. It's
Yeah.
like a carryover.
I got
Yeah,
you.
but
Oh yeah, Big J is like a DJ, like
Yeah.
like a shock jock, and then they're talking to her on the phone. And when I heard the phone call, I was like, oh, I know who that. It's Karen. And then
Yeah.
they showed her she's doing like a live event with Ron White. I mean, just the whole cast. And then she starts twerking. I'm like,
great.
I'm just on the couch going, this is the greatest like
Big J.
show ever.
Big J has been in the garage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ron White's been on the show. Karen Fian's been in the garage. Shane Gillis has been in the garage. I'm just trying to think of who else is on the show.
Vaughn has been on the show.
Vince Vaughn's been on the show.
John Lovitz has been in the
John
studio.
Lovett's been in the studio.
DeRosa's on it,
DeRosa's
right?
been on the show. DeRosa's writing.
Stavi's been in the garage.
Savi's been in the garage.
Yeah.
I
who
mean,
else?
it's insane. Everybody on that show.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
Except for Gibbons or Gieber, whatever his name is, Gerber.
Yeah, and he's so new to it. I
Yeah.
think that
That's
he hasn't really. I don't think he's a stand up either. He's
No,
just
no,
a
no.
guy
Just an
that's
awkward guy.
sketch comedy.
Yeah.
What about Kyla Fox? Has she been in the garage?
No, I don't even know who that is.
She's the girl on
Blonde
there.
girl?
Yeah.
She's a
no,
comic.
She's not been on.
I think she's been in Side Splitters though. I think
think
I
so.
recall not
Yeah.
too long ago.
But I know she's definitely not been in the garage.
Yeah.
I remember that. Hilarious.
That's wild. Antonio Brown, remember Antonio Brown?
Oh, I do.
Our friend Antonio Brown, who we
This is what I thought the Amber Alert was when I saw this.
Oh no.
former Buccaneer Antonio Brown is in serious legal trouble again. This time he's wanted for attempted murder.
Yes.
According to a warrant reviewed by the Washington Post, the charge stems from a shooting during a celebrity boxing event down in Miami last month. We talked about this at the time. how
I don't remember.
They were streaming live, and it was like self-defense. The cops detained him, talked to him, and they said that it was self-defense. They let him go, and he went back to the live stream.
Oh, another.
Yeah, witnesses say Brown pulled a gun and fired 2 shots after a fight broke out, though he later claimed online that he was the one attacked and was just trying to protect himself. The alleged victim says Brown ran at him with a gun, fired twice. Police found 2 shell casings at the scene. Brown was briefly detained that night, but not arrested at the time. This is just the latest headline along list of wild incidents with Brown. So now he's facing a $10,000 bond and possible house arrest if arrested. So there's a warrant out for his arrest.
The only thing, he'll turn himself in. He'll probably get a lawyer, and he'll probably turn himself in. And then the only thing with Antonio Brown is the sad part is he's going to end up dead, or he's going to kill himself, or he's going to end up getting killed. He's just nuts. He's nuts.
Do you think it's some type of CTE stuff? Which
I don't know if it's CTE.
He always
Or a little bit of
says
both.
there's no, like anytime he said in many interviews he has no CTE whatsoever.
But
No,
they
he's
can't,
just-
they can't
he's
test for
nuts.
that though
Yeah.
until he's dead, right? Like you can't tell until you have the brain actual like.
Well, you can know how many concussions you've had in
Right.
your career.
But you're right. But I'm just saying, like it can't like be diagnosed as CTE until they
Yeah,
die.
I don't know. I don't know how that works.
It's just he would still be a dominant player in the NFL, I think, right now.
Yes, had he not lost his mind and quit in the middle of a game.
And probably, if not a Hall of Famer, like he was so
Yeah, he was so good, and
crazy
so fast.
good. But
And, but you can't. He can't maintain a normal life because he's mental. I don't
man.
know if it's necessarily CTE. He could just be nutty.
from walking off the field when he
Yeah.
was with us to
Yeah.
now, it's just like what a story that guy has now. You know,
I just want to point out that Antonio Brown turned down a PlayStation 2, 4 or 5,
Yeah.
whatever. Some Dogecoin,
we had his
like
had his-
$800 in cash.
Yeah. We had his number. We tried to get him on the air. He said, play my song and I'll come on.
And we said yes.
We said yes. And then he said, send the bag.
Right.
Which
Send
I
the
had
bag.
to Google and find out that means I want money and how much. And
Because
then,
Patrick Bet David had him on the air,
Yeah.
and he paid him like $25,000 to go on the air.
right.
So, and I'm not doing that. We've never paid a guest to come on this show ever. We've lied to people and said we'll pay you, and then not given them the money a couple of times. But we've never We've never paid a guest to come on the show.
So we were texting him all morning, like trying to offer things we had around the room
Yeah.
to get him to just call in.
We had a brand new PlayStation 5.
Yep.
We had, I think Spanish had some Dogecoin.
Some Dogecoin.
Yeah. And then we had a couple of, we rounded up all the cash. It was like $600.
I bet I still have the
text
text.
exchange.
yeah, I think so.
Oh, that'd be hilarious.
If I can find the exact thing we said to him.
I wonder if that phone number still works.
I mean, we could try it.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
We should give out his phone number.
Oh, yeah, I do have it.
You do? What was it?
So the text right away, I tried kiss his ass.
Yeah.
I go, hey, champ.
You're like when Moose talks to black guys.
I said, we wanted to have you on for a quick 5 minutes to share your story. This is right when he left the Bucks. This is right after he walked off the team. It's like the Monday after. He goes, what's the price or go away?
Yeah.
Is his response.
Yeah.
I said, we're not a rich show, unfortunately, but we have much love for you. We've pulled together $700 in cash, 2 million shares of Shiba Inu shares.
Oh, that's what it was.
A boob pick from our producer, Carmen, a PS5, and tickets to the Mike Calta tailgate party. Do we have a deal? He goes, you play my song and send the bag. I said, we'll play your song right now on the biggest radio show in Tampa just for 5 minutes on the phone. He goes, send a video of that. I said, dude, we're playing it right now. Can I call you? No, sir.
Try and call it real quick.
All right, hold on.
I'll talk to him if he
I have a
answers.
feeling he changes
Yeah, I'm
his number
sure.
every week.
This is a while
I
ago.
would think.
How do you
He
keep
seems
your
crazy.
How do you keep your hose in line?
You don't.
if
That's
you-
how.
The wireless customer you are calling is not available. Please
That's
try
why
again
you change
later.
it so much because you don't want them to be able to get a hold of you.
Yeah, I mean, it worked for a while because we called him a couple times after that.
I want to have enough hose where they always are trying to get a hold of me. That's what I want. I have to keep. I've had the same phone number for 30 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No hose.
I'm surprised that he's wanted for attempted murder and his voicemail's full. That's,
Yeah.
that's,
Try again later. He might be available.
a 9-year-old girl is recovering at Tampa General Hospital after a terrifying shark attack off Boca Grande Beach on Wednesday. Leah Lendell was snorkeling with her family when she suddenly screamed. Her mom, who was just feet away, said Leah came up from the water with her arm covered in blood and her hand was nearly severed at the wrist from the shark bite. Nearby construction crew rushed to help the family, and they got her to the shore. Paramedics airlifted her to Tampa General, where surgeons performed a 6-hour surgery to reattach her hand. Doctors had to use arteries from her leg and place pins in the bones, but her mom says that the blood flow is back, and amazingly, she can move her fingers.
Wow, that's great already that she's already doing that. But not for her. This is not a good situation. But if it was me and I got bit in the arm and they were just able to sew it back up, not that they had to take arteries out of my leg or whatever, but they were just able to sew it back up and I just had a scar, wouldn't that be awesome? What happened to you? I got bit by a shark.
Yeah.
I mean, that's such a great story to tell.
For you,
Yeah.
9-year-old girl, not so much, I think.
Right.
No, the 9-year-old girl. No, that's terrible.
Yeah,
She's scared of the water now. No, that's terrible.
But also, but think about this. If this happens to you now you have to relearn everything you've done your whole
Right, with
life.
your hand and
Which she's 9, she's going to live her life like that. It will be easier to adapt.
Man.
I would think. It still sucks. Like, don't get me wrong. I don't wish that on any child.
Right, but at least she's moving. It's moving already.
Right.
When I was a kid, I went to camp, and there was this counselor. He kind of looked like Artie Lang. He was like a big fat guy, but he was like kind of fun, and he had mad stretch marks on his stomach. And he had told us that he was attacked by a bear, and we all believed it for all he knew. We're like, well, he got attacked by a bear that one time because it looked like he just got clawed down
And he
his belly.
lived to tell the story.
He lived to tell the story, and we thought he was the coolest guy in the world because he got attacked by a bear.
Man, my kids
bear claw.
Yeah.
My kids go to the beach all the time. The idea of them walking up with their hand,
Oh, my God.
like, what do you do?
Ozzy Osbourne tells this story about Jack when Jack was little, that he went out and was playing, and he cut himself, and they came back, and Kelly was crying, and she's like, Jack cut his face or whatever, and she was crying, and it was like, it's not that big of a deal. It's just a little scratch along the side of his mouth. And then when he opened his mouth, his whole mouth separated.
boy.
Ozzy said it was the most scared he ever was in his life. And I thought, that's my worst fear, is to look at my child and my child have a limb hanging off or something like that. Like and me not knowing what to do or doing the wrong thing. Oh.
Well, were you there at the time when Drew's kid broke his arm at basketball?
Yes.
They said it was like just like wobbling.
It was hanging
Oh,
off.
and he
It was bad.
fell off the playground or something.
We were playing, And we were playing basketball, and they were on the playground, and then he yelled, and Drew heard it. Drew had we all heard it, but nobody paid attention, and Drew heard the instinct of a dad, and he ran over there, and Xander had fallen and broken I think it was his wrist, and it was just hanging left, and it was great because he was in pain, but he was in shock, and then when the paramedics came, because we had to call 911, the paramedics gave him a shot of morphine or something for the pain. And pretty much after 5 minutes, he was like, "You guys are the best. I love you guys." He was just all on drugs. Yeah, dude, that was pretty scary. I would imagine it was scary for me to see. Now, if that was my son, I would have been. Dude, I don't know if I would have been able to keep it together like he did.
When my son was playing football, high school football, I mean, we saw injuries all the time. Some pretty crazy stuff, and it's I'm so thankful he never really got hurt at all.
Yeah.
Really none of my kids have got hurt in sports, but man, some of those kids.
Wow. Why would you say that?
I say it all the time, knock on wood. We've been super lucky because I've seen so many kids that, get hurt in youth
leaving
sports.
in ambulances.
Yeah, my son, he had he was playing football at Plant. We moved to South Tampa so he could play for the best team. He was a stud going into high school, and he developed a tumor in his thigh. And had to go to Moffitt, have it removed, ended up being benign and all that. But he had to rehab all of that. He goes through a year and a half getting back up to full speed. And then he switches and goes over to Bloomingdale High School. In the first real game, he blows his knee out. And you're talking about seeing your son screaming in pain. His knee was on the side of his leg.
Oh.
Yeah.
So they just feel helpless.
Oh, my God. I'm this is my boy. And then they had to pop it back into place. And they had to take him to the hospital, and he ended up rehabbing that. And then he just decided his senior year, he goes, I don't want to get CTE. I want to be a doctor. I'm not going to play football anymore. It's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
How come my son won't say that?
He wants to be a doctor?
Yeah, or something.
I don't know. He's doing stuff though.
He's making moves.
Is Chicago this weekend?
No, next weekend.
He's still freaking out?
A little bit. A little nervous.
He'll be fine.
Yeah.
He's going to it's at an arena,
I know.
Downtown. I don't think it's that big a deal. I mean, it's a big deal, but I don't think it's that dangerous.
Listen,
it's where he goes after the show.
It's not Beirut, but it's pretty close.
Yeah.
I was actually thinking about Joey the other day when you were talking about him going to Chicago, and then I was looking on the news, and they said there was plans for all these riots to happen all over the country, and I was is that going to change things?
Not for Joey.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I tried to get cheap tickets to LA because of the riots.
It didn't work.
Seem to care about it.
Tell him not to pick up any of the bricks.
Don't smash anything.
Yeah. We were talking kind of about this yesterday. I feel like we almost spoke it into existence. And I feel like this information came out a couple months ago when we had Josh Gad on the radio show.
Yes, Josh Gad came on and we asked him about this, and he did say that this was happening.
Now they've confirmed by an announcement yesterday, Spaceballs 2 is finally happening, and it's bringing back some of the big names. And Mel Brooks himself announced the sequel, and he's going to come back as Yogurt.
Mel Brooks is 98 years old.
This movie's coming out in 2027.
There's no way.
He's not going to be alive for it. There's
no way.
No,
I think that's probably why he wants to do it.
He'll be 100 years old.
But he probably wants to have it in the books before he dies.
Yeah, they've got Bill Pullman coming back as Lone Star, and the most surprising thing, Rick Moranis is in.
Oh, as Dark Helmet?
Dark Helmet. And this is he hasn't had anything to do with acting in 30 years.
But here, because his wife died and he went through some bad stuff.
And he just was he left Hollywood and was just being a dad, taking care of his kids, has not been in acting at all. Said he was retired, coming back for this role.
Yeah, well, I mean, couple of things. You don't say no to Mel Brooks. And the other thing is, and we just talked about this yesterday with Cody Tucker, the long-awaited sequel. This is going to stink. This is going to stink.
I know, but
if this one was a hit because it was a hit, and it was a hit in the 80s, and there's no way that this is going to be good.
The original is so great and so funny. And Carmen's probably never seen Spaceballs ever.
No,
I don't even know if I
don't even want to. And you guys describing it makes I've zoned out 5 times.
I can't watch it now.
I watch it all the time.
I mean, I watched it, and there's a couple of things that make me laugh.
For me, it's always been probably one of the most quotable movies that it's up there for me.
But it's not like I don't know. It's hard to explain. It's one of those movies where when it happened, it happened.
Yeah.
Now I don't think it's happening again. There's no way it's going to be good. It's going to be garbage, and it's going to probably have some real Star Wars cameos in it. And I don't know. It's just going to be reused, rehashed jokes.
Probably.
But the thing is that Star Wars isn't as popular as it was back then, so it's not going to be as cool.
Well, I mean, Star Wars is huge now.
I know,
It just had all the
but back
sequels
then
and
it
stuff.
was like the most amazing thing.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're obviously going to spoof all the prequels and sequels because they had the video that's released. They had this big long Star Wars scroll, and it talks about all the movies and the prequels and sequels that had happened since Spaceballs hadn't come out. The fact that they've got the original cast, most of them, that to me, that Rick Moranis is huge.
Will this happen before Mel Brooks dies?
I think it will. He'll be in it. It'll be filmed. I don't think he'll be there for the release.
They'll shoot his scenes first, I think.
Yeah. Which I was talking to TM Powell yesterday, and he said that they did that with Stan Lee, that they filmed a bunch of stuff with Stan Lee, and they put it in the Marvel movies later on.
How awkward is that to be like, I got to go film so that if I die during the filming, then I got to, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's so weird to think about.
He'll be 100 years old.
I know.
when it releases.
It's not that he didn't live a great life. It's the fact that he knows, like I used to ask my grandmother this when we used to call her. I used to go, what is it like to go to bed at night knowing tonight may be the last night? Like, and she goes, you just don't think about it. But I don't think, but like that's all I would think about.
But he's in the trailer, and he's the one announcing it. He looks like he's cognitively fine.
Listen, I met Mel Brooks maybe 5 years ago, and he was my father-in-law is from the same area in Brooklyn that he's from, and I brought my father-in-law to meet him. My father-in-law was in worse shape than Mel Brooks was because he couldn't hear. Yeah. And Mel Brooks was trying to talk to him about where they were from. And then I forget it. It was just a disaster.
I assume they have to mention something about John Candy's character. Barf not being there.
Yeah, that's right.
Because he's gone.
I wonder if Josh Gad plays Barf now.
Like Barf's son or something. Yeah, it says Josh Gad, of course, is helping with the project. He's one of the writers, which he mentioned on the show like 2-3 months ago. Yep. It's going to be released hit theaters in 2027.
See who else is going to be in it?
No.
Bill Pullman's son, Bob from Top Gun.
Oh, yes. Yeah. And Keke Palmer, who I don't know who she is.
She's wasn't she like a Real Housewife or something?
I think so, yeah. So she's been cast in a mystery role, then
I thought she was like on 16, My Super Sweet 16, something like that. But she's actress, singer,
my
does a little bit of everything.
Is she's playing like a Rey character from the new Disney Star Wars. Yeah. Because they're going to make...
My prediction, Mel Brooks dies before this even gets filmed.
No. Yep. No. Yep. Don't say that. Don't say that.
I didn't say I hope it. I just said it in my prediction.
Yogurt will die in the movie for sure.
Yes. Would it be wrong to AI those guys into the movies? Because I've been hearing a lot of buzz like in the next 5 years they're not even real actors. It's just going to be all AI movies, and you won't even be able to tell.
A lot of people. There was a couple of articles yesterday that were speculating whether or not John Candy would appear as a ghost, kind of like the dude in Egon did in the last Ghostbusters.
Yeah,
he was a total CGI ghost in the movie.
But did he talk?
No, he didn't talk.
Right, it was weird.
Yeah, it was creepy. It was like super creepy.
I've never seen the movie. Would they just start it off like at Mel Brooks's character's funeral or something?
No, because he wouldn't have a funeral. Yeah, he'd be he'd be Yoda.
Yeah, he basically plays like the Yoda character of Spaceballs.
But it would be okay. It would be okay for him to be dead. It would be okay for him to be dead and just appear to.
I can't wait. I'm getting excited just thinking of the idea of another Spaceballs. To me is so great.
I think opposite. I think it's gonna be terrible. I think it's one of those things that you should just appreciate the original and move on.
The odds are not in its favor.
The best is History of the World. That they never made a sequel to that. That would have been great.
Yeah. I think it has a chance because the whole movie is based on spoofing other movies, so you can just spoof all the current stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think it's gonna stink.
Like what? Because the new Naked Gun's coming out, and I think
that took a new twist though with Liam Neeson. Now you got a guy who's a real action hero doing it, and that's kind of funny.
But when you're just spoofing current events, you have a chance because you don't have to necessarily come up with a really good plot. You're just making fun of movies that have already happened.
Yeah, I say stink.
Oh man, I don't know why you got to ruin this.
I'm not insisting.
I think they're going to ruin it.
I just have a feeling it's going to.
Even though I knew it was in the works, I was so excited yesterday when I saw the trailer.
A lot of the Mel Brooks movies are, the humor is like cancelable. Like now,
oh
like you couldn't do like a remake of Blazing Saddles.
No.
Yeah.
No, in fact, that thing that I went to go meet Mel Brooks was a viewing of Blazing Saddles, and
I'd love to meet Mel Brooks.
He was. I mean, like he was one of those people when you meet him, you're like, I'm meeting a legend,
Yeah.
but also looked 130.
I mean, for a guy that's 98, he seems to still be pretty. You know,
his cognitively, he was there.
Yeah.
He was sure, but he's covered in liver spots.
Oh,
Yeah.
but how quick does that fall off? You know, like your the cognitive decline.
I don't know. Some people take it all the way to the grave. You know what I mean? Some people just their body gets old, but their brain doesn't. They keep sharp.
I used to deal poker out in Sarasota for years, for like over 10 years. And some of those folks would be, 80, 90 years old and sharp as a tack. I mean, good poker players that could talk all day to you. And then some were 60 and dumb as hell. You never know.
What would it take to get a good game going, Johnny? I'm dying to play poker.
I mean, I might know a few, around town, but if you want to get your own going, I know a dealer,
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody throw in a couple $100.
Oh man, you got guys with deeper pockets than that. We can get a real game going.
Oh, listen, I'm in.
Yeah.
Carmen, couple $100, you in?
No.
Oh, she could be she can be a scantily dressed, waitress, walk around for the
girl.
game.
Okay, yeah. Listen, I'll be a bartender.
Do you know that I used to get invited to games every once in a while? They'd be in a hotel room in downtown Tampa, and we'd be up in a suite, and there'd be a girl serving drinks, and we'd all have to give her like $25 and then tip her. It was great.
I'm in.
Yeah.
I used to deal a game in an apartment in Channelside, and it was all like celebrities and stuff, and you'd see like professional like athletes and actors, and it was catered by all these different restaurants around town, and anytime they were being dicks, I would go in there and eat all of their Jacksons. I'm like, oh, I'm eating all your sushi rolls, you bastards. And but no, I was making good money. Me and a good buddy of mine were dealing those games, and it was wild.
When you say famous, what kind of famous people? Like real famous?
Yeah, like boxers and football players, and
You just named Antonio Tarver, Michael.
Oh, that's my
Evans.
dog.
Yeah.
Yep. It's funny. I used to play with him way back when Seminole was a bingo hall.
Right.
And I started dealing there before it was Hard Rock. But I went back and they had a celebrity poker tournament, and I was playing in it, because I got invited as a comedian or whatever.
Right.
And we're on the same table, and this is after he had really blown up and already won it, beat Jones and everything else. And he goes, "Man, look at us, JB." He goes, "We used to play 25-cent poker together, and now we're celebrities." I said, "Dude, you just fought Rocky." You know what I mean? Like, what are you talking about? Yeah, I'm not a celebrity.
He's legit. Yeah, I play every once in a while. They'll have one of those like local things where I'll play against weathermen and stuff, and a couple of athletes, and I usually do pretty good.
Yeah, no, I was talking about this on the after show the other day. How you and I and Galvin used to play like midnight tournaments every week.
That was great.
Yeah,
every Wednesday night when we did afternoons, they would do the midnight poker tournament at the Hard Rock, and that was so great. That was such a good time.
Yeah, I was telling how I got a speeding ticket, and the cop never talked to me. I was on the way to try to race over and meet you guys. And I was leaving a karaoke bar where I was crooning a bunch of fat girls one night, and Galvin's like, "Hey man, are you coming?" And I go, "Oh crap!" So I get on I-75 like right off of State Road 60, and I gun it, and I just see the lights pop on in the median, and I go, "Oh god!" So I just pull over because I'm doing like 100, and the cop comes out, and he just looks like Louis Gossett Jr. He's just like just angry looking, and I already had all my stuff hanging out the window, and he walks up, and I went, "Yeah, I know, right?" And he writes the ticket. He comes back, never says a word to me. Gives me like a $350 ticket, and he goes to walk away. And I said, "Thanks for not hitting me." And he just keeps on going. And then I still made it to the tournament. And I was like, "Man, I got to win $350
you're
tonight."
already in the hole now.
Right,
you're in the hole. All right, listen to me. I'm going to take a break. When we come back, we'll finish news. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone. I heard from a couple of people, including Craig Gass, that there was, in fact, an update to History of the World, the Mel Brooks, that was on Hulu or something, and it just wasn't that good.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, the original was part 1, right?
The original was part 2. History of the World part 2.
Okay.
So I think that the wasn't it part 2?
I can't remember.
No, it was History of the World part 1, and then at the end they said part 2 is coming soon. I can't remember.
But I don't ever remember seeing part 2.
No, and then never part 2 was Hitler on Ice. Remember that?
Okay.
And it was some other things that I don't remember. And then
Yeah.
that was nothing was greater than that. When Moses went up and he was like, "I give to you the 15 and one felony, Joe. 10 commandments." It was so great. It was such a dumb movie. Carmen movie you'll never know because it's not in HD.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I'm good. Doesn't sound interesting. I zoned out again. You guys talk about a lot of movies that I just can't.
Don't you have a natural curiosity though to see what we're talking about? Like,
No.
the fact that my wife is not interested in The Godfather blows my mind.
Yeah, the fact that I know you guys and I know what I like and I know what I don't think it's not worth my time.
Right.
I don't like. We don't like the same things. I don't want to go see Pearl Jam or Metallica ever. You know what I mean?
You don't know what you're missing.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I
You
don't
know what
want
I mean?
to.
But
I don't
like-
want to go see Drake. So we're even
Right.
Stevens.
But based on that alone, I can just say like I don't trust your recommendations or your recommendations
What
are
if
not
you
for
went?
me.
What if you went to see Pearl Jam and it moved you to tears, like it often moves me?
I've heard some of their music. I'm good. I don't think that's gonna happen, and I don't want to listen to that guy ramble on about his political views either.
First of all, that guy, his name is Eddie Vedder. Let's not double
Yeah.
down by
How
calling him that
dare
guy.
you.
I'm gonna say the wine guy
Yeah.
that cries. The wine guy that cries.
He
about
doesn't
Trump.
cry. He doesn't just. He's very vocal.
Buy my wine and save a life.
He's not selling wine. What are you talking about? You made him a drunken wine salesman.
I mean,
He's just a guy with strong political beliefs. He's a man of the people.
the way you describe him, that's what it sounds like to me.
Oh my God.
How anybody could not at least enjoy The Godfather for just being a historic cinematic masterpiece is crazy to me.
It's a family movie.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's so good.
there has
I'm good.
never been a time where I put it on where I didn't want to watch it. Like
Yeah.
even yesterday, it happened to be on Showtime for a second. I'm like, all right, I'll just watch it for a couple
Have you
minutes.
seen Back to the Future?
No. You're still talking to me? Yeah.
None of
You've
them?
never seen Back to the Future?
I think I tried to
Carmen's
watch.
afraid to tell us because then we give her homework. when We make her go
Yeah.
watch the movie.
Oh.
I think I tried to watch it and I got, I don't know, some.
The guy's trapped in the 50s and you're not even curious to see how he gets back?
No.
Oh.
I think, yeah.
What's wrong with you?
I honestly think when I tried to watch it, I just kept like walking away.
Have you seen Goodfellas?
Yes.
Okay, can I ask you this?
I have seen that.
Okay.
Has Chad seen it?
Chad doesn't really like movies.
Really?
Yeah, he's not like a big movie watcher. I know, like we've watched a couple movies together. I know, like one of his favorite movies is like Idiocracy.
Oh,
That's a great movie.
Like I tried.
Yeah, that is
Like,
good.
if-
He might like Spaceballs.
Yeah.
I wonder. I tried to convince my son to watch Wolf of Wall Street the other day. I was like, "You will like this movie.
Oh yeah.
You will like this
but it's
movie a
attention
lot.
span.
But see, I like that movie too.
You do.
Yes, Wolf of
Right.
Wall Street, great movie.
Bringing you back. We're bringing you back in.
Funny, drugs, power,
yeah.
hoes.
All the things in your life:
You know, but
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like,
hoes, drugs, and funny.
it's a well-rounded movie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The story's good.
Same thing with Goodfellas
it's
or
in
Godfather.
HD.
It's about drugs and money and
Not in HD.
no, it's not an HD.
It's blurry and
I mean,
they got a bad accent. I heard.
What is that? What is that?
I'm pretty sure that I've seen people do that when they talk about The Godfather.
Is that your Vito Corleone?
I get offer you can't refuse.
Oh, I like that.
Man, I can't imagine
Sounds awful.
living in a world where that's not a part of my life.
Not just not a part of your life, but the fact that you never had, you don't have the, I don't know.
I forced my wife to watch it, and she watched it.
And she hated it.
She didn't hate it. She just like, okay,
Yeah.
well, I've watched it. She
But
didn't.
that's what I'm saying.
And then
She
I-
hated it.
And
That was
then
her
I
being
tried to
nice.
explain it to her.
that's even worse.
When we try to bring our wives in to let them see the poignant points of the movie, like when
Yeah.
Michael realizes it's Fredo,
Oh,
or when Sonny gets killed, or when and you're like, what? Just watch it. And
oh,
my wife will watch and go and walk away. I go, how? How can you just walk away like that?
so many little things. Like when the senator takes the thing and the desk, one of them just turns it towards Michael,
Yeah,
stuff
yeah,
like that. Like,
yeah,
you see
yeah.
that he just turned it because it's a power move.
Yeah.
So good. No,
No, still no interest. I'm like trying my hardest to like pay attention to this conversation. 'cause
Wow.
I'm so bored of this.
what if I got a hot or not for you?
Yes,
Let me ask you a question. How about this?
more.
What if you watch The Godfather
Yes.
and then I ask you 10 questions, and if you get them right, I'll give you $500.
I mean, for $500, I'll do it.
But
Whatever.
there has to be a penalty if you don't get them right.
Oh yeah.
But there also has to be stipulations. They can't be like, what color shoes was the guy?
No,
You know, what's-
no, yeah. But I mean, some people's names,
Okay,
but it'd be like, what was the name
5
of the Jewish
questions.
guy?
$100 a question.
No.
That's a lot. That's a lot. 10 questions, $500.
How about $50? Then we break it down to $50 every question I get right.
Okay, but
No, you
what
gotta get them
about-
all right.
and for every minute wrong, you have to sit here topless.
No.
For everyone you get wrong, you have to sit here 1 minute topless.
No.
What do I get out of the deal?
Can I tell you?
Then I get to I watch Godfather and we can talk about it.
Okay.
And
no,
I'll
because
win.
you won't be excited about it.
I will. I will fake enthusiasm for the rest of the time.
What about in a bra?
No.
Bikini top.
What if Chaz says it's okay?
No.
Listen, I like boobs, but for some reason, the idea of that would make me so uncomfortable. Carmen just sitting here topless.
Well, I actually was
Being
thinking she'd be in.
forced.
Yeah,
I
it
think
just-
she'd be in the studio, and I was thinking more for the listeners, not for us. I don't want to
it
see that
seemed like
naked.
it seemed like you were thinking just you.
I've seen that.
Like that would make I don't know. That would just make me so uncomfortable.
Oh, it would. Yes, but I thrive on that.
But I'm fine with that. Yeah.
Yeah, I live for.
Oh,
the,
are you good?
I mean, yeah.
Oh, thanks,
Glad you're
Gio.
okay with it, Gio.
I mean, we got if it's for the show, we got to do it for the show. You know. It's-
Carmen? Who is the Jew in Miami? Oh, going on and
Are
rough.
we-
Come on.
Are we still
We
doing
started
Godfather?
already. Yeah.
Oh, I haven't seen it. You
I
can't ask
know.
me questions that you would ask me.
I feel like there's just some things you just know.
Yeah.
Just pop culture, general knowledge.
Yeah, I got it offer. You can't refuse.
Yeah.
Boom. What else do
pretty
you?
good.
What
That's
more do
cool.
you need?
You're out. You're out, Tom.
If you had to name Vito Corleone's 3 sons, what are their names?
Vinny, and Vinny.
Oh,
Could you name 5 characters, any characters from the movie?
No.
2 we've said in the last 5 minutes.
He has literally said the name like 10 times in
Oh
this
my
conversation.
God.
Could not tell you what it is.
Who is the
You should-
Godfather?
The Corleone dude.
Yeah, the
The
Corleone.
dude.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
That's
No.
embarrassing.
Yeah.
It's not.
It's like not
you know
knowing the
what's
Declaration of
embarrassing?
Independence.
50-year-old men telling me I'm embarrassing because I don't know a movie that you guys watched when you were 10.
I'm
This
not
is
50.
ridiculous. Take off your shirt and sit here for a minute.
I'm not 50.
Close enough.
I've got a hot or not for you.
Okay, good.
And I just want to prep. This is not. Is this a person good or not? There's obviously this person's a horrible person. Should be held to the full extent of the law. But a Bradenton middle school teacher in Florida faces accusations of sending sexually explicit texts and photos to a 14-year-old student.
14.
14-year-old student. 28-year-old Oliver Fell. Which Oliver, guys?
Oh, it's a guy,
no, it's a girl.
and her name is Oliver.
Oliver, which is, I felt I had to like double check to make sure that was the right name. Oliver Fell, teacher at Hale Middle School, is accused of sending sexually explicit messages, including a naked photo, to a 14-year-old student over Snapchat.
Think about it. If you can't get laid this weekend, then a 14-year-old kid was getting naked pictures from his teacher.
Says officials said that the Snapchat messages began as casual conversations with the student, then escalated to the transmission of the sexually suggestive images and messages. After a search warrant was issued, they were able to check data on the phones. They were able to find that she did, in fact, send the photos and have the messages.
Oh, my God.
She is 28 years old, from Bradenton, sending booby pics, 14-year-old kid at the middle school.
Normally, especially Carmen's theory, teacher sending pictures to the kids usually hot. But I'm going to mix in a couple of things like Oliver and Bradenton and say not hot.
Carmen?
Usually teachers, especially female teachers that do things with students,
Bradenton.
are hot though.
All right.
It doesn't matter. Female teacher. They're almost always hot. It's so weird.
Oliver, 28, Bradenton, Johnny B. Hello?
his mic's not on.
Well, there you go.
Yes, it is.
What?
There you go.
Sorry.
Oh no, dude. I chimed in so many times, and you guys just
the best
Shut
minds
him down.
ever. I'm sorry.
rolled over me, and I went, God, I suck.
Oh, sorry about that.
I had some zingers. No, it's okay. I would say Oliver used to be a dude, forgot to change his name. Not hot.
I'm going to send you guys a picture right now. There is Oliver Fell, 28, from Bradenton.
Hot.
For the game.
It's the
For the
mugshot.
game, hot.
That's hot.
Like,
She-
I would take a naked picture from her if she sent it to me.
Right.
Yeah.
Can we get the full body? Because it looks
Yeah.
like it might get real meaty after the neck.
Yeah, she's probably a little thick.
And again, remember, this is a mugshot. I bet if we found her Instagram,
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Look-
She
looking
does
for
have
it.
that. Carmen, look at her neck, though. She's got that second throat. She's got that second throat line.
Yeah, she could look like an NFL guard, which
Yeah.
not bad.
Yeah, but again, that's not the picture we have. We have to go off of this one.
I don't know if I've ever met a woman named Oliver.
No.
I have not.
Very
for sure.
odd.
What was her last name?
Fell.
We're doing a little research here. I'm trying all the names. Fat Oliver, that's not her. Nope. Dude, if you type it in Instagram, you get that mugshot 1 billion times. But yeah, I can't get any of her college football picks. No.
Taco Guy, you might like this.
Okay.
You're now Taco Guy.
I'll take it.
I'm going to call you Taco Guy.
I'm not afraid of taco. I'll get a goddamn sombrero with queso in it.
Taco Bell is officially jumping into the fast food chicken wars with 3 brand new crispy chicken menu items starting June 17th. You're going to be able to get the crispy chicken taco, crispy chicken burrito, or the 2 strips of just the crispy chicken at Taco Bell. Now made with the white meat, just like the they got the jalapeno buttermilk is what they say is their secret recipe.
I'll take that.
Because they came out with the chicken nuggets, which were selling out everywhere. Nobody could get the chicken nuggets, allegedly, but I think that's what Taco Bell does.
I think that's smart. You do the McDonald's takeaway. We're going to give you the McRib, but we're only going to keep it here for 3 weeks. So you do the takeaway, and then it generate. Now, I forgot to tell you the fattest thing I did yesterday.
This is outside of the tacos?
Yes.
Go on.
On the way to the tacos.
Oh.
On the way to the tacos, we went to McDonald's to get a Diet Coke because Amanda really wanted a Diet Coke, and she loves the McDonald's Diet Coke. And then while we were there, I go, "Do you want anything else?" And she goes, maybe we should get some chicken nuggets." And we split chicken nuggets on our way to pick up the tacos.
Oh, my God.
Dude, you are way off.
You did a drive-through bang bang.
Dude, a drive-through bang bang.
You get chicken nugget appetizer for your tacos.
I ate 2 chicken nuggets on my way to go pick up my tacos.
And then the Oreo cookie churros.
On the way home.
The other
and
thing,
the
whatever
dough
the other
things, yeah.
Oh,
It was off the rails.
man.
Off the rails.
You ever go through the one of those combo drive-throughs? It's like a KFC Long John Silver's or something like that.
Pizza Hut, Taco Bell combo, yeah.
Yeah, I did one. It was like a Taco Bell, KFC, and I was like, no, it was a Long John Silver's Taco Bell, and I said, hey, can you take the fish and put it inside a taco?
Oh, yeah.
And the girl acted like I just invented fish tacos. She was like, excuse me. I was like, yeah, just I'm going to buy both. It's going to be like $20. And she goes, oh my God, so fried fish on a taco? That sounds so good.
Yeah,
I'm like, just come up with that. It's good.
Your accurate description of the lady behind the counter is
Chinese.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Some are saying that the Grammys are trying to clean up some of the drama after Beyonce's big win for Cowboy Carter last year. Next year, they've added new categories.
White country artist, black country artist?
Maybe. They're splitting the country category into 2 categories.
Okay, a traditional country?
Best contemporary country album, and then best traditional country album.
Yeah.
And the traditional country album is the new category that they're adding.
Right,
Yeah.
because now they're going to say...
It says, according to the Grammy site, traditional country sticks to classic sounds, acoustic guitars, fiddle, banjo, lyrics that are old school.
Who doesn't love fiddle?
Contemporary still nods to the tradition, but blends in modern styles and production.
But also, almost everyone does that. So if you are someone who is a country artist like Lainey Wilson, it's still contemporary country. It's not traditional country at all.
What's like Morgan Wallen and Post Malone?
That's still contemporary. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so now,
I think so.
Where do you draw the line? Like, you know what I mean?
It's
like,
going to be hard, but there's going to be there's going to be groups that you're going to listen to and you're going to be like, oh, this is old country.
right. But again, not that many people do it. So now that category is going to be easier to win because you don't have as much competition.
Yeah. I think the ones that are jumping from like pop and then they make a country album, those are the ones they're trying to target.
Right. So I think what they should have done is make the best crossover artist.
Yeah.
So someone who like Beyonce, someone who's went from, R&B, hip hop, pop, whatever you want to call it, to country. There you go. Best crossover artist. And then that way you can do all over genres like Post Malone and things like that.
I think that the country artists get pissed off that these massive stars like your Post Malone and Beyonce come into their genre and taking their award
because they have they have a much more larger audience because of their original genre that they're in. You know what I mean? So it just makes their new country albums sell more.
Let me hear a little bit of this is Beyonce and Dolly Parton in a song called Dolly P.
Is there a music to it or just like a spoken word?
I don't know, man. I think that was it.
I'm rapping.
Yeah. But
All right, this is Blackbird. Oh, this is the Beatles song? Well, even this is not country.
I mean,
like everyone said she had that one song.
all I know is
The
this is
Texas.
Woo!
Yeah. And they said like this is the only country song on this album. The
It
rest
is,
of it.
Yeah. I listened to the whole thing.
Yeah.
All right, there's a song called Smoke Hour with Willie Nelson. No, this is only like 26 seconds. I think these are just intros to the song.
Yeah, let's
It's
talk.
like an interlude.
Yeah, I forget it. All right, let me try one more.
That's
Yeah,
from the country album?
Yeah, that's the first song on the album. 51 million
Whoa.
plays.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying that Jay-Z paid off all the, the record labels and whoever does the voting for the awards and basically bought it. Like spent.
But why
$15
though?
million.
What is the end result? Do you just have an award, or you just get to say it's the best country album and nobody buys it anyway?
Well, she's never won a Grammy for Best Album of the Year.
So he got her that.
Always gets beat out, and that's what everyone's saying is why she changed genres to do this
Yeah.
to get that, because she's never won one, and it's like a big thing in the industry.
Yeah.
And everyone who wins one over her, their whole acceptance speech is thanking her. Like you're my icon. You're the reason why I wanted to get into this.
You just haven't won yet.
I respect you so much. But everyone says if
Yeah.
you don't think, like, this is again the rumor.
If you don't thank Beyonce, you don't give her the nod.
If you don't give her the nod, she will off you.
Oh.
Like her and Jay-Z.
Oh.
Because again,
You got to bend the knee, kiss the ring.
going way,
You know where
way-
that's from? The Godfather.
Yeah.
That's a reference to The Godfather.
Yeah.
Okay,
Kiss the ring.
moving on to
50
the
bucks.
more important thing, but going way, way back, there he said that Jay-Z and Beyonce or Beyonce specifically was at fault for Aaliyah's death.
Why?
Because they were
she didn't say thank you to her?
No, because they were coming up at the same time, and there could only be like one R&B pop princess, and this was when Destiny's Child and Aaliyah. And
So you're saying they murdered Aaliyah. They weighed her plane down.
yeah. Well, because the only reason, like, she was coming back
Right.
specifically because like one of her producers or someone fell ill, and they were like, you have to come back to say goodbye to him before he passes. Like, she wasn't supposed to leave.
So she got on a plane early.
Got on a plane
and
early.
They weighed that plane down and they killed her.
Yeah.
Well, that's-
And then even going even farther back in the conspiracy.
How do you care about this but not the Godfather?
Oh my God. This is
Because now I'm bored and
Touche.
I get it, but I'm just saying, like, when you watch the conspiracy videos and they go down this rabbit hole, you're like, and how everything connects, and just I'm like, oh my God,
this
Beyonce,
is the Godfather. It all connects. You would love
Beyonce
it.
is a murderer, but she's a real life person.
Yeah.
Yeah, boom.
Listen,
Suck
I
it.
don't believe any of that nonsense. But then again,
I know you
I never thought P Diddy was oiling down other dudes.
Yeah, and you also didn't
banging guys.
All right,
Yeah.
you didn't believe that a lot of the A-listers were pedophiles.
I still don't believe that.
I do.
I
I
mean-
don't believe just because they went to Jeffrey Epstein's island on a plane that they were pedophiles.
No, I don't think that at all.
No, but again, like, if there's one pedophile,
Yeah.
usually there's more. Just like if you hang out with a drug addict, you're also probably a drug addict.
Yeah, but I'm not.
But like, drug addicts, but you don't hang out with them. You're not like you're not best like,
I used to hang out with Spanish and Joe. They did drugs all the time.
Well,
but you weren't like best friends. You weren't you would hang out with them occasionally, but you weren't like
Going on vacation.
live. Yeah, you weren't like, you know what I mean? Like, you're more an acquaintance with them, and
I don't
work
know. I was hanging out at their house and stuff.
that's true.
occasionally. Again, you
But
weren't
not,
gave them
going
a dog.
not on a reg.
right. Like, how often did you go over there? Twice a year.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. If your best friend is a drug addict or an alcoholic, there's a very high.
Like my best friends are fat.
There's a high percentage that you're
Fat.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I got you.
And again, it's not like that's not like 100% across the board, but for the most part, who you surround yourself with is a reflection of yourself.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Fat.
Yeah.
Fat.
All my
fat.
friends are fat.
I'm trying to think. Yeah.
I don't like the way you so casually point fingers, Carmen.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Your
Listen,
skinny finger.
like I said, I had salmon and green peas last night for
All right.
dinner.
Oh.
I'm working.
You've earned it.
I'm working hard.
You had salmon, green peas, and a chocolate milk protein shake today.
Yeah.
Your insides are gross.
Mike had nuggets on his way to dinner.
I know.
I ate a chicken nugget on my way to get tacos.
Yeah, and I have an
Man.
apple for my snack.
Oh.
You know why? It's my skinny ass wife that allows that to happen. Because
Yeah.
she was the one that was like, let's get nuggets.
Yeah, she eats the nuggets and nothing.
Yeah, but she'll go
happens.
work out.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like it just doesn't. Nothing even does anything.
Yeah.
She's not. Sodium's not blowing her up and
This
anything like that.
has been a rough week.
Yeah. WNBA ratings have dropped 55% without Caitlin Clark.
But the other girl's still playing.
No, nobody cares. They said since Caitlin Clark's injury, WNBA national TV ratings have dropped 55%, according to USA Today. Her team, the Indiana Fever, saw viewership fall 1.8 million to 847,000. And she's supposed to come back tomorrow night against the New York Liberty, so we'll see.
Caitlin Clark, Sabrina Ionescu.
Yeah.
What's that bitch's name?
Angel Reese.
Angel Reese.
Yeah.
You're looking right at her.
I know, I couldn't see it though. I don't have
But
my glasses.
and again, that's the one who says like, "I'm the one
Right.
who made the W. I'm the one
Yeah.
who brought the viewers."
The one that invented the
So
me bound.
They just the Indiana Fever just played the Chicago, and the tickets originally when Caitlin Clark was supposed to play
Right.
were going for like $300. There was tickets there for like $6,
I mean,
and it was not full.
Let's be honest though. Let's give credit where credit's due to Angel Reese. Do you want to see Caitlin Clark versus Angel Reese?
True.
She's half the battle.
Yes.
But without Caitlin Clark, without having the yin, you can't have the yang.
Yeah.
So
Right.
But you gotta have Cece. You have
yeah,
to.
but Angel Reese is a genius because she realizes that every hero needs a villain, and
Yeah.
she's the villain.
She came out and said, when she was in college, she has I have no problem being the villain.
Right, and
You know?
and it's working out just fine for her. I think she's a genius. She took the role, especially since she saw the role of the hero going to Caitlin Clark. She was like, "Fine, I'll just be the villain." And
Yeah.
she took it
It is fun to bet against her.
against Angel Reese.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, who's the podcast? The guys that were doing they were up like $250,000 betting that she would miss the first shot.
Oh,
And they
yeah.
kept rolling it over, and they were putting clips up on Instagram. It's hilarious because, she was just banging bricks off the rim, and they call her rebounds me bounds because
She gives them to herself.
Yeah, she misses every shot, and she just keeps jumping up and getting rebounds.
She's padding
and,
her stats.
Yeah.
Man,
she stinks.
she gets. You look online, she gets so much hate.
Yeah.
And sometimes you realize, you forget, this is just like a 23-year-old girl.
That's
It's like getting,
you got
but she handles it well.
You
She
got to
just-
be able to handle
Yeah.
it. You got to be able to know it. It breaks a lot of people down.
to be able to just take that much hate and just roll with it. It's tough.
But also, she has made herself into the villain, and if she doesn't continue to make herself the villain, she will lose so many eyes.
She's a genius.
Yeah.
She's done the smart thing.
Yeah, she knew that she could not compete with Caitlin Clark on a player level. On you know what I mean?
Right. No, you don't talk about any other player.
Right.
And she's not that good that we're talking about Angel Reese because she's so good.
They've turned it into must-watch television
Right.
anytime they play.
Right.
Sabrina Carpenter announced her new album, Man's Best Friend, on August 29th. The cover shows her kneeling next to a man holding her hair, which sparked backlash online. Critics are saying it's degrading to women and promotes
I
harmful
don't get it.
stereotypes.
It is so hot.
Yeah.
I saw it on John Senning put it up yesterday on his Instagram. I saw it. I was like, ooh, what is this?
She tells Rolling Stone that she's tired of women being constantly picked apart.
So why is she acting like a dog?
I don't know.
But she's not. And again,
She's on her knees and some guy's holding her by her hair.
yeah, but again, there's plenty of people who like to be dominated like that.
Oh, I know. It's
So,
hot.
right. So
You want to try that? You want to do me and you oppose it right now?
No, thank you. But I'm just saying, some women like that. So you can't say this pushes women back. Just like if a man does it,
Yeah,
it's
but
not pushing them back.
if you put out that sort of vibe, you're just adding to it.
But again, that's who she is.
Hey, look, I'm not mad at her. I
Right.
like a little sexy.
I just think every woman is different, and you can't say that one woman pushed back an entire
No.
What's
What's the one thing
gender.
that you do with Chad or anybody else that sets women back?
I don't think anything. Honestly, I think. Well, I guess if we were looking at it from a feminist standpoint, which I'm not. I don't know if you
Right.
know this, but I would think just how involved I am in helping him in his career and his life.
Boo. I'm not talking about boring stuff. I'm talking about dirty sex
Yeah,
stuff.
listen, anything he wants to try in the bedroom, I'm game. You know what I
So I'm
mean?
talking about
Yeah,
Carmen.
but
That's
it's
my girl.
She
Yeah.
did the face
Chad
thing.
called. He said he wanted you to bring one of the fat guys from work home with you.
But I'm saying, like, in general, in public, it would just be like my goal, besides, because I have been here for 13, almost 14 years now.
Have you really?
Yes.
Oh, it's time to go.
I know.
Yeah. She's hoping Chad gets like a big time football
Right,
job,
right,
and
right.
she's
A college
out.
job.
And she's like, "Listen, dude, I helped you build this thing, so we're going."
Right. And so, like, that's the thing. Like, I've established my career and we only work 5 hours. So with the rest of my time, I am able to pour my energy into him and his career.
I hope he's appreciating you.
to help. I mean, who knows? I don't know.
Right.
There's days that he does and there's days that he doesn't, but I feel like that's also part of a relationship. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it's also like, trust me, I know I get my days where I'm like, you don't appreciate me. And then
Oh, Jesus. What's worse than a woman is giving you that racket?
It's the worst.
but
Because what do you even say to that?
All the things I do for you. And you're like, what do you want from me?
well, I want you to appreciate what I do for you.
So what'll help if every once in a while he goes, hey, by the way, I appreciate you.
Or just doing little gestures. Like, I cook and I clean, and when he's not there, I always make the joke like I'm a single dog mom. You know what I mean? Because I'll make the food, I do the grocery shopping, I'll help with his laundry, I'll do anything.
While he's trying to make the bacon. Help out the underprivileged
Not
kids.
even make the bacon, because I'm also helping out the kids because I'm cooking the food for the kids.
Yeah.
He's out there drawing a couple
I gotta
plays
be honest
up.
with you. I'm gaining more points for you and less liking Chad less.
You know what I
The
mean?
way you make it sound like he's ungrateful.
But I'm just saying, like, there's like there are things like he could do, but he's so tired by the end of the day that he's
Listen,
just like, I don't have the energy.
Chad is the talent. He needs to be nurtured. This is the way it is.
First off, this show
Yeah.
is the whole reason why that program raised any money.
Thank you for recognizing that.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I recognize the show and the power of that. It wasn't just me and it wasn't just you. It was us talking about it.
Right.
Chad being the coach. It was a combination. We raised more money than the last 2 coaches combined.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
That's all. I mean,
and-
that says a lot about our audience, but
Right.
also the fact that that you guys cared enough to even do that.
Right, because the other coach, you know what I mean? So it's stuff like that. And like
Listen,
instead he's like, well, yeah, I won.
Yeah, Chad's
like, "Whoa."
he's trying to win games. This is not about you. Stop making it about
Okay,
you.
then how about this? We will never talk about Chamberlain football again, and let's see how well that goes.
Oh.
We're trying to
You
get
know what I mean?
Eat
But-
W is what we're trying to do around here. We're not worried about your feelings.
Okay.
Make the mashed potatoes and pipe it down.
You know what? Okay, see,
I'm going to Johnny's side. I'm going to start talking about plant in high school.
Yeah.
please don't do that. They have enough money.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they're
What can I
they
do
are
to
set.
Chamberlain where I can? I don't want to just be a contributor. I want to be like the owner.
Yeah, so honestly, they have like sponsorships and stuff that you can
Yeah.
do. There's like a billboard that they'll put like sponsor
Yeah.
ads up.
Oh, my silhouette up there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they could do that. Johnny, I came up with an idea and Johnny basically echoed
Stole
it.
it.
No, Johnny echoed it and was like, hey, this would be a great idea to do for them for a fundraiser.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So once we put that together.
Like what? Can you say what it is?
Yeah, just, what do you call
What
it?
if you sit in the studio topless for 5 minutes?
Again, it is a high school football
I mean,
Yeah,
but
there-
like, money's money.
There are
Money's
children
money.
involved here.
No, but Johnny, we could put on like a comedy show.
Yeah, I told her because
Oh.
I was listening on the way in one morning and she was talking about raising money and all that, and I texted her. I said, we could put together a comedy show in the auditorium or whatever, and I know clean comics that could do comedy. That I could come up and host it and do 15 clean in front and then get
Sure.
a couple of real good guys like
Devin
Devin
Siebold,
Siebold,
yeah.
Mike Rivera, guys like that to do the teachers tour, and they'd pack the place out and you could raise some good money for the team.
Yeah, so I think we're gonna try.
Oh, you should roast Chad.
Yeah, well,
Oh,
yeah,
that'd be
obviously
great.
that's gonna
Okay.
be yeah,
In front of the kids, that'd be great.
that'll be huge. So
Johnny,
yeah,
what do you know about Helen Keeney?
Oh yeah, we go way back. Yeah, she's funny. Yeah, she's good.
I've never seen her do stand up, and I just know that she's clean though, isn't she?
Oh,
Oh,
Not
Depends on the day.
Really?
I mean, I don't want to put it out there. I think she can do clean. I mean, she was.
No, I don't want her to be clean. She
Yeah.
had talked about coming on the show one time, and I was
Oh,
like, I
dude.
don't know. I don't want to.
She's got a bit that's so dirty. I was like, oh boy, yeah, no.
Why
she-
does that make girls so much hotter to me?
I love it, dude. I love any comic that just is their self on stage. Like people are like, why are you so dirty? I'm because that's who I am.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
a
getting
piece
a
of
real
crap.
you.
Yeah, I'm not gonna fake it.
Yeah, when I went up and did comedy, I talked about things. I talked about being married and pooping. The two things that I know the most about.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, well, that's what I do. You've seen my comedy. I talk about my life and my family and observations around me, and I just I'll elaborate to make the punchlines better. But yeah, it's just I don't like guys that just get up there and do setup and punchline, like just jokes.
Yeah.
And I like that when women do that too. You don't have to go up there and be like, this stereotypical Diane Ford or Rita Rudner or something. You get up there and just be who you are. Like Catherine Maloney is just a raunchy girl from Long Island, and she gets up there and does that, and I love that.
Yeah, when you get a girl up there that's really cute too, and she does those dirty jokes, you're like, oh, what's going on here?
Yeah,
What's
either
happening?
a really hot girl that's dirty or a really old person that's dirty. People eat that up. They just love seeing a grandma like say bad stuff.
Don't call Lynn Coblitz a grandma.
Don't you dare!
She's probably listening on her way in the studio right now.
She's on her way
You're
in.
talking about Lynn Coblitz, you son of a bitch.
She is still hot as hell too.
Yeah, we like Lynn a lot. I'm joking.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Eminem. Apparently, a music producer has revealed that Eminem once asked Mariah Carey to play his mom in 8 Mile. And that is what he said.
That's what started the feud.
At the time, Eminem and Mariah were rumored to be dating and seeing each other. She was reportedly offended by the offer since she's only 4 years older than Eminem.
Yeah, but even the other one wasn't that much older than he was either, right?
Kim Basinger ended up with the part. She's 19 years older than Eminem.
All right, that makes more sense.
They're saying that moment is what sparked the iconic feud that led to Eminem's diss tracks about Mariah Carey.
Eminem's diss track about Mariah Carey is one of the best things I've ever heard in rap music, and I can't play it on the air because it's so good.
And I guess she said something. She had a song called "Obsessed," which had a dig at Eminem as well. I never heard that, but that's what it says.
That was like what in early 2000s, late 2000s, where they were like going and like the music videos and stuff. That's when Eminem was like.
But you don't know about The Godfather.
This producer says that he worked close with Mariah in the early 2000s and knew about the feud, and that Eminem had asked her to play his mom in 8 Mile.
That's so funny.
Yeah, which great Mile. Have you seen 8 Mile?
8 Mile was great.
Of course.
Yeah.
I'm from Michigan.
Cheddar Bob?
Cheddar Bob's
Cheddar
great.
Bob's one of the best characters ever.
Not as good as The Godfather, but a good movie.
No, it's pretty good. Not as good,
Justin Bieber. Conservatorship. That's what they're saying now.
Yeah, I saw that too, but I don't know about that. I think he's just done.
They're saying
like
that a celebrity lawyer says that there's 3 categories that he has to fall into for his wife to put him into a conservatorship. That's can Justin make rational decisions? Is he a danger to himself or others? And can he manage his finances? Those are the 3 categories.
Yeah, I don't think
I
don't think his wife does this to him. I think this is it's a lot of pictures of him just looking exhausted that have come out lately. But the one thing that I know that I could do if I wanted to, if I was sick of people, and I saw the video the other day of him trying to go get coffee and the paparazzi following him around and all that, is I would just disappear. I would just get a cabin somewhere and I would go live in the cabin and I'd be peaceful. But, also he may not want to live in the woods.
I always see that and I think, well, you don't have to live in LA.
Right.
There's places you can go where it's not as bad.
Right, but I think part of the argument would be, why do I have to leave LA because you guys can't leave me alone? Like, why can't I just stay here and live my life like I want to live my life? But the truth is if I was as annoyed as he was, I would be living in the middle of the woods in a cabin with servants and.
But the thing is, people would still find him.
Yeah,
you know
but
what
not
I mean?
nearly as many people.
No, but he's so big. Even though there was like that one show that would like kind of show how celebrities would like set up themselves with TMZ.
Yeah.
And they would show how they'd be like Kim Kardashian, like they almost make themselves famous by saying like, hey, I'm going to be here and I'll make sure.
Oh, Lisa Lampanelli used to do that. She used to call and say, I'm going to be at this restaurant or whatever.
Yeah. And like celebrities use that. But I feel like once you get to such a high profile, you don't have to do that. You know what I mean? Like,
I would never do that. Like, I would never say, hey, I'm going to be at this restaurant, but I would call and I would say, hey, John Travolta is going to be at this restaurant, and then I would show up.
Yeah.
By the way, what the hell happened to Lisa Lampanelli? I haven't heard that name in a long time.
I think money. I think she got so rich, she was like, I'm done.
Just, there's no reason to go on.
And wasn't there some rumors that were going around, like her jokes and stuff? Was she like
no?
in that
She was.
joke
She'd have writers. She did writers.
Okay.
Which we'd always talk about how Joe Bartnick used to write all over jokes. But no, she would just buy them like a lot of comics do. So
right.
She was a jerk to me the one time I worked a weekend with her, and she was an asshole right out the gate. Like,
really?
For no reason. Yeah.
See, I don't have anything bad to say about her. She was always good, except for the one time we had the fight with her where she wouldn't come in when Bert was here, but that was squashed. We fixed all that.
I just walked into the green room. I was hosting all weekend, and I did what I always did. And 99.9% of everybody is super cool. But I would go in there, introduce myself, and let whoever the headliner that I'm hosting. Is there anything that you want me to say about you when I bring you up,
right.
your intro? Also, is there any material you want me to avoid so I don't step on any of the same topics? And I'd always run it by him, like a professional.
Sure,
Yeah. So I walked in. I go, oh, hey, Lisa, I'm Johnny. I'm your host. And she goes, what are you doing in the green room? I said, oh, we're working together this weekend. She goes, yeah, I know. Why are you still here?
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And I went, are you like kidding around right now? And she goes, wow, you're still here. And I went, oh, you're a dick for real. And I just walked out. I was like, okay, fine. So
yikes.
I just asked.
Can you imagine ever treating anybody like that?
No.
Like, what is the point? Like, you could say, hey, I need some alone time.
I would
or
secretly
something.
hate that you were in the green room, but I wouldn't say it like that to you. Like, I wouldn't make you feel bad.
Like, I work with Charlie Murphy, and like I walked in and he had his opener there, and his opener talked for him because he was just eating like a bucket of Brussels sprouts. It was weird. and I go, hey, Charlie, what's up? And his buddy Freeze Love, this like chubby comedian guy, super nice guy. He's like, oh, Charlie's he's eating right now, and I'm like, I'm looking at him, like
he wouldn't answer 'cause
he's so high he couldn't talk, I guess, but he was super nice, and he goes, oh man, you gonna talk about any? Do you have kids? I go, yeah, and he goes, are you gonna talk about them? I go, I usually do, and he goes, yeah, if you could not do that because Charlie's gonna talk about his kids. I go, that's fine. And he goes, what about Tiger Woods? I go, yeah. I have nothing on Tiger Woods. He goes, oh, good, because he's got some Tiger Woods. And he ran by all the stuff.
So he had a guy. He had a guy that does all the prelim stuff.
Well, he would open for him too, so I did the whole weekend. I did like 7 shows. He never talked to me. And I was like, Charlie Murphy hates me, right? And then the last show was like the Sunday night show. He gets up there and he's like, hey, y'all, give it up from Freeze Love, my feature. And everybody's clapping. And he goes, also, he goes, where's Johnny B? And I was like standing off to the side, over by the bathrooms over in the corner. And he I kind of waved, and he goes, man, I ain't talked to that boy all weekend. He probably thinks I hate him. And I just yelled. I go, yes, I do. I do think you hate me. And he's like, man, you're the best opener we've had on this whole tour. And he was so nice after that. And then he talked to me afterwards. He's like, you want to go to Europe? And I'm like, I would love to, but I'm a single dad. I can't do that, But no, he was super nice. And then every time he came into town after that, like 3 more times, he requested me as an opener. So
you have patience with that stuff. After the first Brussels sprout incident, I would have been like, listen, tell not Eddie I'll be out in the hallway.
Oh, man. I watched him get better, though. It was really sad when he passed away because, like, the first time I worked with him, he wasn't great at comedy. Like, it was shaky.
He just had those stories, those Rick James stories and all that.
Yeah, he would get up and just do, like, lines from the Chappelle Show, and everybody would go crazy.
Yeah.
And then that was all he had, and then he was just kind of struggling. But then I watched him actually try and get, like, pretty decent at stand-up towards the end there. So, I mean, I had to respect that. He went in there with his fame, and he actually worked at it. Where I watch a lot of... Yeah, you watch a lot of these guys that they get on stage because they're famous on YouTube or they're famous on a sitcom, and they stink. They're just bad at comedy, and they don't even care.
Man, Johnny's got the worst luck.
Why?
Charlie Murphy, I want you to open for me. Dead. Ralphie May, I want you to
oh my
open
God,
for me.
dude.
Dead.
And that's what I wanted to say to Lisa Lampanelli too that night. I wanted to go, you know what? Ralphie May is 100 times more famous than you and couldn't be a nicer person.
Yeah.
You dirty bird.
And
that's
it's
what you look like.
That's so weird. Like I can't ever, especially people that are trying to be nice to you. I would never be like, what are you still doing here?
You're not in there to hang out.
Yeah, but I mean, even that, like, just imagine treating somebody like they were less than you. You know what I mean? Like, to say, I don't know. I'm sure at some point in my life I've treated somebody bad, but in my mind, I can't ever think about acting like that to somebody.
Right. She might have been having a bad night, whatever, but or maybe she was just busting balls and forgot to hit me up later in the week and be like, oh, I was just messing with you Thursday. Yeah. But either way, it was just a bad thing. And I heard from a couple other people in the industry that they had similar kind of interactions. So whenever that happens, I'm just like, whatever, dude. Like, she said, if that's how she is, she's a minority. Most people are super cool and want to say hi to you, even if they're standoffish. Like Louis C.K. isn't a talkative guy, but he's still a good dude. He's a nice guy. Yeah. So, yeah. I mean, but most of the time, everybody's cool. Like Lynn Coppolis, very cool.
Well, stop insulting her.
Right.
New report says 70% of American travelers would rather check in using an app or self-service kiosk than walk up to a front desk at a hotel. They're saying the front desk of the hotel is dead. going away.
Well, yeah, but I mean, what do? You get that key on your phone that never works.
They said the number jumps to 82% for Gen Z.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot easier if it's all taken care of before you get there.
Yeah, but I mean, you think the hotel desk used to be like part of the experience almost. You know,
Yeah.
you go in there, you talk to the concierge.
I'm an adult with kids, and I still get excited when I go into a Disney hotel and we check in at the counter. And,
Yeah,
but I mean, they're all super nice to you.
If you can skip the line now on your phone instead and just
Skip the line,
go
all the
right to your
time.
room,
Yeah.
Right.
you're just going to click your phone and go to your room.
That's true.
Finally, in news, Father's Day, of course, this weekend. They got Google Trends, the top 10 gifts that people are Googling last minute for fathers.
I don't know, man. I got my father something that I just think he's going to like, but I'm still not 100% sure. Like, the way to shop for my father is to buy something that I would buy for myself.
Yeah.
So, in fact, I did. I bought 2 of the same thing, one for me and one for my dad.
What?
I don't want to say what it is now because he's probably listening to the show.
Yeah.
But it's something that I thought would be like, because I ask my sister all the time. I go, what do we get for dad? And then she says the same thing. I don't know. He's so hard to shop for. When the truth is, I don't think he is hard to shop for because I know the things that he likes.
Yeah.
I just feel like he has everything that he already needs, you know?
My dad's dead, so I don't really have to shop at all.
Oh,
Right.
my
You get to save some
Same.
money this weekend.
Yeah, so I don't have to worry about that. But some of the things they say that people are Googling for Father's Day gifts, engraved cutting boards,
I have an engraved cutting board. I like those.
watches.
Okay.
The number one is grills. Every dad loves a grill.
Yeah, but every dad should have a grill by now.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking too.
Yeah.
Like if you don't have a grill,
And I don't expect my kids to buy me a grill.
I mean, they could upgrade the grill though. So maybe that's what you're Googling. How do I make dad's grill better?
An engraved cutting board is nice.
Watch cases.
Watch cases.
To hold your watches, like if your dad has a bunch of watches.
I have a couple of those. They're garbage. I never use them.
Tennis shoes is on the list, number 6.
Yeah, guys like a good pair of shoes.
Ooh, fresh New Balances.
Yeah.
Those long shoes.
You know what's up. You know what kind.
Golf bags,
Yeah.
Yeah.
sunglasses, swim trunks. Are you buying your dad a pair of swim trunks?
No.
Gay.
Yeah,
What is that?
pretty gay. What are you getting your dad?
I don't know.
Are you going to get him some or you just send him a card
I
or you call
usually
him?
don't. I usually call him because he's always like, "Don't spend your money on me," because he's also someone who's like, if he wants something,
Right, just go get it.
he's gonna buy it. So
Yeah.
he's like, "Don't waste your money on me."
What did you get me for Father's Day?
Nothing. A picture of my boobs.
Okay.
Oh.
That,
Bikini pic.
I'll take it. I'll take
Okay.
it.
There's been a lot of talk about your boobs today.
You're welcome.
I normalize it. I
Yeah,
bring it
yeah,
up
yeah.
all the time so when it happens.
Some of the top trending Father's Day activities. We think of activities that fathers want to go do.
Fishing.
Fishing,
Golf.
fishing. They say barbecues, buffets, comedy
Oh, yeah.
shows,
Yes.
car shows. Amusement parks is on the list.
So I will be going to dinner with my
Same.
family. Then we talked about Chris Machado is headlining at Side Splitters. So there's a comedy show that's going on over
Yeah.
there. What else?
Beer tastings,
Oh,
like craft beer tastings. I'd be down for that.
Of course you would.
Just brunch.
Yeah, brunch is good. I mean, that's basically all it should be.
Number 3, massages.
With
Yeah.
your dad?
Well, like
Well,
Couples
you get
massage?
him one.
like you get a massage for Father's Day. That's like an activity.
What if your son's broke and he just like, get over here, and he starts rubbing your shoulders?
Dad, I read this on
Yeah.
I heard this on the Mike Calta Show. You'd like me to rub your shoulders?
Yeah, get in that rotator. I got you, daddy.
Yeah.
Go karts is also on this list. I'm not.
Yeah, depending on how old you're talking about, how old the
I
kids
can't
are.
get down on the go kart, man.
No.
I'm on the
you
ground.
can get down. It's hard
I-
getting up.
Yeah.
I have to tell you, the mall. I don't know which mall it is, but it's the nice mall. That's
International.
not international. The one that's kind of over here. Like,
Oh,
By Galvin's chair?
prime outlets.
I don't know, but they have like a big arcade in it now, and they have like a Dick's and stuff.
Citrus
West
Park.
Citrus Park.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they have like a huge arcade
Yeah.
now
Oh, yeah.
attached to it.
Like a Dave and Buster's
That
type
place
place.
is. I think it's called Elevate.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
And upstairs they have go-karts, but they serve like beer and wine
Yeah.
and stuff. And they literally have a big sign that says, please do this before you start partying or before you start drinking.
Oh, did you ever do it? They breathalyze you.
Do they?
Yeah, well, not that. I've never been to that place, but I went to one in Sarasota. They make you take a breathalyzer because they serve alcohol.
But it goes fast and it's a big track. So it's not like your normal go-karts. It looks
Yeah,
like. It
they're
looks
electric too. I see.
Yeah. So I wanted to, we went in there one time just to like walk around. I think that'd be kind of a fun little
Yeah.
date idea, to go do something like that.
I got you a gift card to Pop Stroke like 5 years
Dude.
ago, and you've never used
It's
it.
in my car.
Just give it back
You
to
still
me.
haven't used
Just
it?
give it back to me.
No.
Every time we go, first off, every time we go, if we don't have our clubs in the car, Chad's like, we got to wait till we have our clubs. Like, we have to plan it.
It's mini golf.
Yeah, it's putt-putt.
Oh, you don't think we take our clubs when we go to Top Golf?
Yeah, but that's different. That's real golf. Pop
You're
Stroke
just-
is mini golf.
Yeah,
You're just
just
swinging
putting.
again. How much do you think he spent on his putter?
Oh.
If he's gonna go putting, he's gonna use that thing. So every time we've been like in the area
Right.
to go do it, we don't have it. So then
You
we're
can
like,
just say horrible gift.
no,
That's fine.
It's a great gift. It is a great gift. It's just I don't live near
Yeah.
one. So like to go to it has to be a planned event.
It was literally, I think, like 6 years ago.
No, it was 2. It was my last birthday, not this
The one
past
the one you had on the cruise
Yes,
was the one.
that
yeah,
was
yeah.
2 birthdays ago. So
2
it's only
birthdays.
been a year
Wow.
and 3 months.
No.
I keep forgetting. Somebody gave me a Christmas.
I was like, I don't know. I guess she just hates it.
No, I promise you, they are in my car and they are
Yeah.
secure. And I'm like, I don't move them because I don't want to lose them because we want to use them.
I'm like, it's got a bar and golf. This will be perfect.
trust me.
We
Yes.
should do a bone Pop Stroke outing instead of doing remember we used to do the Real Raw Open and do the whole golf course and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It would be so much easier to do like a Pop Stroke or something like that. And that's one of the things my wife wants to do, and she never wants to do anything sports related. But she's all excited about Pop Stroke, and we've been talking about going and never going.
Yeah, I know somebody that's got a gift card if you want to buy it.
Yeah. I'll give you $10 for it right now.
No.
Great gift.
We did a golf tournament with Mike Allstad at Top Golf one time. That was fantastic.
Yeah, when last year Baker Mayfield's thing was at Top Golf, and that was fun.
Yeah, like I don't want to go play golf, but I'll go play Top Golf.
I like that there's a bar and food right there,
Yeah.
and you don't have to go anywhere.
Servants.
Yeah,
perfect.
Let's go.
All right, we got to take a break. Lynn Koplitz is going to be here at the top of the hour. Lynn is going to be at Side Splitters this weekend, one of our all-time favorites. She'll be in the studio with us when we come back. Our phone numbers are 800-771-1025. Before we go to break, I want to tell you about my friends at Super Heat and Air. Super Heat and Air has combined with ABC Plumbing, and now they are Super Heat and Air and Plumbing. So if you need them for your AC or for plumbing needs, they are available to you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And right now you can contact them for a $29 AC systems check. If you haven't had your AC checked out, hit them up today at superheatandair.com. Schedule your appointment online. Have them come out and check your AC unit to make sure it is running efficiently and up to speed so that your electric bill is not going up because it is working harder than it necessarily has to. Let them come out and check out your unit. And if you know you have a problem with your unit and you've been putting it off, have them come out and do the $29 AC check. And if anything is wrong, they will fix it for you and they will apply that $29 towards your final price. And they come out there with fully stocked trucks. So if you need parts, you need some sort of filter or ball bearing or rotor machine thing. I don't know anything about AC parts, but you know what I'm saying. They got them all in the truck, and they can come out and get you done the same day. So don't forget, they'll come out and they'll take care of your unit for you with a $29 AC system check, and they are also available to you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for your air and your plumbing needs. It's Super Heat and Air and Plumbing. Find them online at superheatandair.com and tell them you heard about it on the Mike Calta Show. We'll take a quick break. This is 102.5 The Bone. Lynn Koplitz is in the studio with us right as we're about to go on the air again for the second day in a row. Color God called me, the thing where you poop in the box to see if you got colon cancer. I feel like that's a sign from God. Like I should take that phone call. How are you?
Or they think you're full of.
Yeah, that might be. Have you ever had a colonoscopy?
Yes.
Is it bad?
No. I mean, the first time I had it was wait. Can I hear myself?
You got volume over there on the bottom right.
The first time I had it was horrible.
Yeah.
Because
Why?
it was years ago when you were awake for it.
Oh.
And it was in Nashville, and the doctor was like, "Aren't you an actress?" And I was like,
As they're doing it, yeah.
And he
yeah.
goes, "That's your large intestine right there on the camera," and you're like laying there with a thing in your
Yeah, your butt. Yeah.
and he's looking, you're making you watch it.
Yeah.
And that was hideous. And you had to give yourself all these enemas and stuff.
Yeah, beforehand.
But now I got it done a couple of years ago, and it was easy breezy lemon squeezy.
They put you out?
They put you out flat.
Do me a favor, move that mic a little closer to you just so I can hear you better. There you go.
How about that?
Yeah, that's good.
And they sit down, and they give you like this crappy drink.
Yeah.
And you poop your face off.
Yeah.
And then you go in and you fall asleep. They come in.
He's got to do it.
I'm supposed to do it in like 2 weeks for the first time ever, and it's freaking me out.
It's really scary, but like you're young. I find at this age, like I've gained like 25 pounds again. I'm getting older. I wake up, Mike, you have this.
Right.
I wake up, things start to
love how
hurt. I'm like, that's new.
Yeah.
Like,
Every day.
right? You get out of bed, you're like, oh, what do you know? My hip. That's great.
50 wasn't old. 50, I was like, 50's fine. 53 is the worst.
Well, wait till you
It gets
get to like
worse.
55. It starts to get worse.
Yeah.
And honestly, like the other day, my ex is talking to me, and I can barely make a fist in the morning, and this finger sticks, and then it snaps back. And he goes, "What is that? What just happened with your finger?" I go, "I don't know, dude. It just started like a year ago." And he goes, "What do you think that is?" I go, "I don't. How do I know?"
Yeah.
And he goes, "Are you going to go to the doctor?" And I go, "No, well, I don't need my left hand."
I got another one.
And what are you, rich?
You have to weigh the option on what's worth going to the doctor for. You know what I mean? I don't. If my like every once in a while I got pain in my knees, I'm like, that's just gonna happen. You're not gonna. No.
My thing is this: blood.
Yeah.
Especially black blood.
Right.
That takes me to the hospital immediately.
Yeah, blood.
Like one of those where I'm like, I gotta go. Like I don't even play. And what's the other thing? Oh, a bone, anything sticking out.
Oh yeah, you don't want that.
Like I had a hernia, and I go, oh, this can't be good. It was sticking out like out,
right,
in a t-shirt. You could see it, and I go, I think I should go to the doctor. And when I got to the doctor, he's like, whoa.
He could see it without having to look for it.
Oh, no. He looked at me and goes, so it's a hernia.
Yeah.
And he goes, what have you been doing? And I go, I just push it back in and hold it.
Oh.
And then that was like 3 years ago. So like around your age.
Yeah.
And that's when I realized,
things are just breaking.
If something's sticking out, you should probably go to the doctor.
Yeah.
I feel
sticking out in black blood is a good rule to go with.
If you sneeze too hard, that could pop out. Like that's what kind of causes it in my mind.
Well, the other thing is I learned quickly, like when I almost died from a gallbladder.
Right.
And the doctor goes, how long have you been nauseous? And I go, I don't know, 3 days. And she goes, yeah, that's not normal.
Right. You should go.
Oh, really? And she goes, no, Lynn, being nauseous, like really where you feel like you're going to throw up for like 3 days.
Yeah.
And I,
there was no black blood.
No bones and no black blood.
Yeah.
Nothing stuck out.
Right.
But my other thing is, if I'm on the ground and can't get up, I should probably go to the hospital.
Right. That's a good key indicator. I have not had the typical fat guy problems. Like my friends have had their gallbladder removed. All my friends have gout except for me. I feel left out. I'm like, how am I the only one in the fat boys that doesn't have gout?
Just call me fat.
Yeah. No. My friend, not you. I'm just saying I don't have any.
Not his friend.
No. I knew I'd back that up. It's so good to see you.
You too.
Who is your ex? How long has he been your ex? You have too much hair.
I mean, I call him my ex, but like, he's at my hotel right now. Like,
Why you travel with your ex? You could still like. I don't think there's an ex that I have that still likes me.
Dude, it is the craziest relationship because we broke up. My whole act is about it.
Right.
But we broke up, and he was like, "I still want to be friends," and I'm like, "This is not how people break up."
Right.
Like, you gotta let me hate you for a while, and he just wouldn't let it happen. So now I just like hate him to his face.
Right. Well, so you guys are like really legit best friends?
No, not yet.
So
now it's like all the things you go through when you're on your own after a break. Because I didn't want to break up.
Right. He broke up with you.
Yeah.
Okay.
All the things you go through when you don't want to break up are what I'm going through.
Right.
In front of him.
But he's still there. Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Like I'll be crying all day one day, or I'll just be like, I hate you. You suck. And
so he'll come home. You'll be crying, and he'll be like, "What's wrong?" Oh, me. You're crying about
it's
me. Yeah.
Oh, it's me. Yeah, that's exactly what happens.
Oh, that's terrible.
No, it's okay. Like now we're coming out on the other side of it.
Right.
And he is one of my best friends.
Why would he want to break up with you? Were you not compatible?
We're not. You know what? The thing is, no, he is just.
It's him.
No, it's really like I'm a combative person. I'm stressful, and he got Bell's palsy, and he swore I gave it to him.
I believe that. I believe my wife's going to give me a disease one day.
Let me tell you something. First of all, and I say this on stage now, but I'm like, if I could had the ability to stroke your face out, I'd have given it to both sides. It wouldn't be one side, dude. I would ruin you for all women to come.
Does it stay all the time, or does it come and go? The palsy.
It comes and goes.
Yeah.
But he also, like, if he's like, we're driving here and he and I was talking about stuff he didn't want to talk about, and all of a sudden he starts going like, "What? I'm sorry. What'd you say?" And I'm like, "Oh, don't you stroke face me."
You
And
must
it's
be-
awful. Like if there's problems with me getting into heaven,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be talking to St. Peter. He's gonna be like, roll tape. And it's gonna be me in the car with
Stroke
Steve,
face.
with Steve, not just stroke face, but saying to him, "Oh, I'm sorry.
You're a horrible person.
I'm not.
You're saying he wanted to leave you, was what you said, right?
I'm not horrible, but we're both horrible when we're with each other.
All right, so you still travel with him. You guys don't do it?
No.
So you share a room?
This time we did.
Yeah.
But not always. And
can I tell you?
we always share a room, but we don't always share the bed. We shared a bed last night.
You did, but you don't. But it's not sexual.
No.
I know that it's not cool of me, but I prefer to share a room. Like with my buddy Pete, like when our band plays and we're on the road and we get a hotel, I'd rather just share a room, get 2 beds, and I don't know. I like to have a buddy. I don't want to be laying there alone, watching Naked and Afraid in the wild by myself on TV, bored, drinking, taking Tums.
Does
and
your
drinking
buddy
milk.
work for you?
No, well, we worked. No, he's got his own business.
Harassment called.
no, he's a self-made guy. We used to be roommates. We used to live together. So I feel like if we're gonna get a room, we're not getting. I'm married. He's not getting laid. Well,
You like to have company.
Yeah, I don't want to be alone. Although I gotta tell you, he's got the Kavorka lately. He'd be a guy I should set you up with Pete. Pete, yeah, I don't know. You guys would kill
What's
each other.
his stamina like?
He's a solid.
Because that's the thing is, I need a guy who's got, like I'm a dramatic person.
Yeah.
So like you need to be able to pick and choose what to care about with me.
Yes.
Like and that's the other thing is Steve. He worked for Verizon for 40 years. Or whatever.
Right.
He's got the same friends since middle school.
Yeah.
Who are all like. And they're in Boston, so they're like, forget her.
Oh, yeah.
She thinks she's something. She thinks she's better than us.
Yeah.
Like,
we automatically hate all of them.
You're not better.
Yeah.
You're not better. Like one of them at a barbecue said to me, I said, I got to go back to the city because I've got this red carpet crap I have to do.
Yeah.
And he goes, oh, what city? And I go, the city. And he goes, Boston. No. Boston's a city. Atlanta, Georgia's a city. And I go, you're right. They are cities. I'm going back to these cities.
He knew it.
You're correct. They are a city.
A city.
I'm going back to the city.
I don't know.
That kind of thing. So I need somebody who goes, oh, like I dated this guy. He was much younger, so we couldn't be together forever. But we should have been because that's the personality I need. And he was French Canadian. And he would go, oh, Lynette, you're so dramatic. And that's what I need. Like, if I'm throwing things, if I'm upset about something, I just need someone who can go, it's not me.
No, he'd leave in the second day and he'd be like, this bitch is crazy.
Right. But Steve's like, and that's why I've always thought I should be with a black man.
Yeah.
Like when you watch those
Carmen
movies.
will tell you about that.
When you watch the black man movies, like The Brothers and stuff like that. The first time I saw that movie, the girl's in a wedding dress with a gun. And all the guys say to to her fiance, what'd you do, man? like the guys are supportive of her. Like,
yeah, they know.
What'd you do? And he's like, kind of, and they're like, yeah, man. And he goes out to her and he's like, baby, come on. You know I love you. And she's holding a gun at him.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, that's what I need. Like, you dated some little Jewish guy, and he's like, I'm calling the police. You're insane.
Do you want a guy who's more, you need a guy who, like you say that you want to fight, but would you rather just have a guy who comes in and takes over and takes control?
No. I like somebody who, no, not at all. In fact, that's part of the thing, too.
But you say that, but maybe you would like that.
Steve picks up the pieces for the women in his life.
Oh.
And even when we started dating, there was a lot of like, what can I do for you?
Yeah.
Like, I guess if you want to say a love language, he's like the guy that like he has to do stuff. You know, like let me clean this side of your house. Let me
Acts of service.
acts of service. And my feeling is, where were you 20 years ago when I was cleaning dead pigeon out of my air conditioner? Like, you're too late, buddy. I don't need you for that. Tell me I'm pretty.
I don't mean that.
Am I pretty?
Yeah, I don't
Tell
mean
me
that.
I'm pretty. And if I say, like, do I look fat in these jeans? Steve goes, turn around. What?
That's a real friend, though.
Yeah.
That's a real friend.
You know what, Mike? Who needs it?
Listen.
Who needs a real friend? I don't. But when you're my boyfriend,
Right.
you just say no.
Yeah, but I don't want you going out looking like a case sausage when we're out to eat because the pants are too tight on you. I'm gonna be honest. I'm looking out for me a little bit too in this situation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Right now, he's listening to the show.
Yeah.
And I know he's going, oh no, buddy. What are you doing? Let it go.
Shut
Let
up,
it go.
Steve. I'll make your face drop too if I have to.
The other side.
Poor Steve.
I see you got your beautiful dog with you, little Gertie.
My little Gertie.
I love that little dog.
Isn't she sweet?
That is the sweetest
Your
little
dogs
dog.
were like,
They want to play.
Does she have a squeak? Is there a squeak in her?
Oh, and the toy? What do you mean? Oh,
No,
Oh,
they were gonna rip her.
yeah, Mabel. Mabel's my dog is harmless, but
Mabel?
she's just a giant. Yeah, we have Mabel and Hazel.
And Gertie.
And
They're old
Gertie.
lady names.
Old lady names. Yeah.
A bunch of old names.
My wife said to me, she was, I'll never have a dog. Now we got 2 dogs.
They're
And
so cute.
She loves the dogs.
What's the one with the pink on her nose?
There's a what's
Like a whitish color one.
there's that's Hazel. She is a
So cute.
The
what is she? Huskapoo. A Huskapoo.
She's a Huskapoo.
A Huskapoo.
But she is a biter. Every time I
yeah,
go
but
in there,
not a bad biter. Like, she likes to hold your
she
hand.
just like grazes
Yeah.
your
Don't
hand.
say she's a biter.
Yeah.
She's a nibble.
She's a nibble,
Yeah.
but
She's a nibbler.
she has sharp teeth.
Right. She loves with teeth.
Yeah.
Like when I walk, she wants to jump up and hold my hand with her teeth while we walk. Like
Right.
yeah. My wife wanted to get.
How old is she?
So she
Like
was
2?
had like 2 years. So we got her for my daughter for her birthday. My daughter wanted a husky, but husky shed, so the Huskapoos don't. But we had to get it from Pennsylvania. So I had to send a guy to Pennsylvania to go get the dog. All in one day. He flew out in the morning, flew back in the afternoon with the dog. That's this.
And we were listening.
I make sure my daughter won't be a stripper.
We were listening to your show
Yeah.
on the way here, and I have to say, Brian and I were both laughing.
Oh, really?
Because what did he say that we both went, oh, right. Living in a cabin.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And we were like, okay, so Mike and Bobby Kelly are like these 2 guys that always like want to make you think like, oh yeah, we're so, and they are macho dudes. But I want everyone to know, like, I did a talk show years ago, and the guy came in to consult us and tell us, and he was like, the joy of Oprah is that Oprah will say, I'm standing at my window looking at my dog. I'm standing at my kitchen window looking at my dogs, feeling blessed.
Yeah.
And everyone in this country reads that and they relate. They're like, I'm standing at my window, but they don't realize that Oprah's on an estate.
Yeah.
And she's watching her dogs play with 3 people who are hired to take care of her dog.
Yeah.
And her housekeeper and her cook are next to her.
Yeah.
And that's who you and Bobby Kelly are. Like, they're
Yes.
like, we went camping, and people don't realize you're glamping.
Yeah. Well, in Bobby's defense, I'm the glamper. He's the camper. I mean, he gets rugged. He wants to go out there and be in the woods. I need.
What did I say?
Yeah.
I go, Bobby will grill,
Yeah.
but Calta will stand next to the grill.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I had a crawfish boil one time, and I had the guy came over and brought me the crawfish. Then the guy cleaned the crawfish. Then the guy put them in the jar, and I was like, the guy pretty much made the crawfish, and then I ate them. That was my crawfish boil. I'm not. I've just got to a certain point where I have a limited activity.
And also yesterday, he was talking about his last camping trip that he did with his family, where they literally went to someone's like backyard, rented 2 RVs, and set up TVs everywhere.
Yeah.
And he was like, "It was the worst thing I've ever done in my life." But yet he wants to live in the woods.
Well, that's what I said. I go, because if you know Mike,
Yeah, I'm a delicate flower.
and you know Bobby Kelly,
Yeah,
they're tough guys. They're guys. You really
I'll
are.
fight you if we have
You're
to fight.
macho dudes if we have to, but I'd rather just hire an MMA guy to fight you.
This is so true.
You mess with the wrong guy because I got a champion.
A lot of friends, buddy.
Yeah, it's like the old royalty. Like you just champion someone. Someone goes out and says,
Who shall
"I'm
fight
here
on
for
my honor?"
Calta.
Yeah.
I'm here for Calta.
Yeah,
But,
I don't want to. I was talking about Justin Bieber. I said he should live in the woods with servants. I actually said the word with servants so that he doesn't have to do anything. Yeah.
Carmen accuses Mike of being bougie, which he thinks is not the case at all.
He is definitely bougie. 100%.
I am not. I have grew up a very poor kid in the mean streets of Staten Island. I am now just at a certain level of where I'm accustomed to living my life like this.
I don't think he's bougie.
Yeah, not bougie.
Oh, you haven't heard him.
But there's a difference between being like spoiled.
I get it 100%, but you should hear.
I mean, we walked up and there's some poor guy in the driveway washing his car.
That's his nephew.
Oh, I'm sure.
I mean,
the first thing I said was that this is family, and he's giving this kid $30 to watch it.
Yeah.
But
It looks like there's a building out there washing the car. He's a giant.
He's a giant. He's like you.
The team of cleaning women are also inside the house right now, cleaning the house.
It's Friday. It's what happens. Everybody gets clean, and the dogs are getting clean later.
I
Everybody
mean,
gets
in fairness, it's a huge house.
Yes.
Like people listening, like it's not your house. It's not a little house.
No,
it's a big place.
It's but it wasn't always. I used to live with Pete.
Oh, and we brought this up last week too, because he was like, "I help my wife clean." We're like, "So do you do the dishes?" No.
No, he goes,
Do
"There's
you-
dishes in the sink."
Yeah. I'm like, do you take the trash out? Pap does
Joe
it.
takes out the
Yes, I
trash.
do.
Do you take your dogs out? Pap does.
Yes, I do.
Do you pick up the dog poop? No, I pay someone to come pick up our dog poop.
I make sure things get done. I'm the guy who makes sure things get
But
done.
he just says, like, he's like, I tidy up a little bit. Like, if I see a book out of place, I'll scooch it back
but
on the table.
let me ask you a question. How often are you on the radio?
20 hours a week.
That's right. And
Trying-
how available are you for your fans?
I'm there. I'm out
All
a
the
lot.
time.
Yeah.
And how many extracurricular things
Yeah,
do
I
you
play
do
in a
for this
band.
job?
I do all
That's
this-
exactly
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Oh,
So,
don't even.
I mean, I'm not being
We're
a
best
jerk.
friends. We're best friends.
Supporter.
Yeah.
That's it.
I'm saying because
She gets
somebody does something that's fun, and we might covet it and go, "Oh, he gets to be in a band." Doesn't mean it's not work when you have to do it every day.
Yeah.
Exactly.
When you have diarrhea and you're getting on stage,
When you
it's-
fight with your wife and you have to come in here and do a show and be happy.
when you have to write comedy about your boyfriend's stroke face, who broke up with you,
Right.
like you know where your life has to be. You know how bad you have to be for
By the way,
someone
the
to go, I
ball-
think I'm going to try my hand at other women. I'm 60, but I'm pretty sure the dating scene will embrace me.
The ball's on him, huh? To
Yeah.
have palsy and be 60 and break up with you. Wow.
That's a horrible idea. But I it's not sticking. That's
No.
this time. That's what my whole act's about. I go,
Right.
no, we're not
No.
breaking up.
Yeah.
I'm living in his house this summer.
This is
I'm
not.
like, no, we're not.
You're gonna.
Whether
You're
you like-
seat
No, it's
walking.
not traditional.
You're gonna seat
Yeah,
walk
yeah.
him pretty hard.
You don't get to break up with a 58-year-old woman after 3.5 years. It doesn't work
it's
like that.
3.5 years.
So
Oh.
my joke is this: I go, you got options, but a clean break isn't one of them.
Right.
You can. I say it in the act. I go, you can take your life.
Uh-huh.
That's your first option, which I think is quite reasonable.
right.
You're sucked my energy, Mike. This is the end of my energy.
Yeah.
So you want to take that from me?
He's got to
Fine.
go out like a Marine. Either take his own life and
That's
go.
right.
Yeah.
You know. Oh, can I have that front
Yeah,
stage?
it's all yours.
Now you can't leave.
Semper Fi. Hey, but I always go, you don't like it? Kill yourself. I
Yeah.
get it. You made a weird choice. You shouldn't have. Kill yourself. It's a win-win. I save face. You get the friggin' peace and quiet you so crave. Or, and this is a better option, I go, pay me $150,000.
You buy it out of the mob.
Yeah.
Buy your way out.
buy your way
That's
out.
exactly right. At $300,000, I'll never even mention your name. Yeah, I'll take you out of the act. And if people ask, like, hey, what happened to Steve? Who?
Yeah, exactly.
No idea.
That's a great idea. I would take option C if I were you. Yeah, if you had a choice. That's great.
Well,
Holy.
Louis C.K. saw the new act,
Yeah.
and I'm putting together a new hour, and he goes all about Steve, and he goes, you know what's great about that joke? And I go, what? He goes, guys forever have been walking around going, how much? How much to get out of this? And I said, I was going to do 50 grand. And he goes, too low. And he goes, and 500, 300 is too high. But 150 gives men hope.
It's attainable.
Anyone can get, you can go fund me at 150 grand.
I go liquefy a few things and pay out of the. I think about that with my wife as we talk about this on the show, what it would cost me to get out. Because like if she ever said to me, I talk about this all the time. If she ever said to me she wants a divorce, the problems that's going to create for me financially and with the kids and all that stuff, it'd be easier to just kill her. So I would take her hiking and push her off a mountain. I'd go, let's go have one more. We'll just
it's better to push her off a boat.
Or a boat.
Because there's too many trail cameras now.
Right, I got you.
But a boat. That's what I've always said. We're in Florida. You just go, what is that, a whale in Florida? And she goes, huh?
Yeah.
Right,
splash. Big splash.
Perfect. All right,
Open
we're back.
Water.
We're changing the plan. The plan is now on the water. It would be easier to kill her than it would be to have to deal with all this stuff. But if I could buy out, if I had a simple price, like if she said, listen, we were together this many years,
give me 500 grand.
Yeah.
And and give me however much a month.
We'll sell the house, we'll
over.
split the house, and then I'll give you money on top of that, and we'll call it even.
Well, when people amicably part,
yeah,
and there's a lot of money involved, I think that's how they do it. They just go, I'll take this. I mean, I have friends who've said, like, I'll take the beach house, you take the winter house. I'll take this, you take that.
Oh, I think if we could divide things up, we'd be out easy.
Easy.
But I'll take the smaller of everything. I'll take the smaller house.
The other trick is, if I had a son, I would teach my son early. You're going to hide money.
Yeah.
Like you're always going to you're always, from now as a little boy, you're always going to have a little private account.
Stash.
Because women have it all the time. Every woman you know's got a private account who's in a relationship. I promise you, your wife has hidden money.
You know how I know? Because the other day, we were going to go to the casino. And I looked at her and I go, Amanda, we just paid like $4,000 to put a new toilet. And there's no way we're going to the casino.
I got you.
She goes, oh, I have money in my. Well, what do you? She goes, I keep a stash of money in my safe, and she had like $1,000 in there.
Sure.
Yeah.
Or
God knows how much was really in there.
But I was just gonna say, it's like saying we got one roach. Like there's more money. No one's gonna tell you. Oh yeah, Mike.
Right.
I got 20 grand. No,
Yeah,
like, don't worry, I got 1,000.
1,000,
What do you need? Hold on. Well, I didn't know you meant bra money too. Not my money, not the money my mom holds. You're talking about that. But what I would do if I had a son is I would teach him early on. When you have a girlfriend, don't let her get used to a new style, a new financial lifestyle, because they always say when they leave, he has to keep me in the style I've grown accustomed to.
Right.
Let that bitch grow accustomed to nothing.
Yes.
If she's never accustomed to a fancier lifestyle,
That's true.
and once in a while you surprise her, you want a nice car? No problem. Then the exit strategy is easy. Because you go, I give her a fancy car and a RV, and she's going to think, whoa, this is awesome.
Steve's taking notes right now.
She has no, again. Steve's got 4 houses, and they're all fixer-uppers. And I go, dude, I don't own property, but aren't you supposed to fix one up before you buy another one?
Where do you meet him? Like, how does he get you? How does he know he's got the confidence to get you? Why did you like him?
Well, our mothers lived in the same little retirement community.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And
so you met him here.
Yeah, I met him in Florida.
Yeah.
But he lives in New Hampshire, so when we started dating, like he would come all the time
to
New York. But he still does. Like he's a good person. I mean, we're both great and we both love each other a lot, but we're just not compatible.
Yeah.
Like we're just not when like.
But see, the good thing is, and I've learned this from being married for 20-something years. As you get older, it's all about who you can hang out with anyway. Do you think my wife and I are jumping to have sex every chance we can get, or do we just want to hang out and watch TV together? That's basically what you want to do.
When Steve and I do that, we're great. But anyway, poor guy had to listen to all this the whole way here, and now he's in the car going back to Inglewood, and I really don't want him to listen to it again. But he's like, "Oh no," and he'll just turn the hearing aids off. Steve, turn the hearing aids off for the next part of the show.
Yeah.
Now it's fine. I mean, we're good.
Yeah.
We're you know, I
But
mean,
now
I think friendship
you
is.
want to
great.
travel, you got Steve to go with.
Yeah, sometimes, but there's a whole nother element to
Are,
this.
are you not trying to date anybody else?
No, not right now.
I was gonna say because I would feel like having that past relationship,
And he can't. He's not allowed.
But if you started dating, you would like drop him as a friend.
No.
Oh no.
Oh.
I'd move into his house.
Oh,
One of the fixer-uppers.
Turn the hearing aid back on.
yeah.
No, I mean, here's the thing. He's got like a bunch of friends and stuff that matter a lot, and that's part of why we broke up.
Oh,
They
friends
all
are
have
always,
an opinion, and they're in their 60s, and they have an opinion.
No.
And I'm just like, why are we listening to some dude? "Oh, I gotta go because Sean really wants to go, and we have to. And Sean's gonna be mad. Sean's gonna be really mad at me because I'm on the phone with you still. It's my turn to play pool. It's my turn to play pool. I'm like, what are you, 14? And he was in like a car accident when he was in high school, and all these friends stood by him, and I'm pretty sure he lost oxygen for a while. And the other day he told me, "You're really condescending."
Yeah.
And I thought, maybe I am, because the first thought that went through my head was, I can't believe he knows that word. And he's using it properly. And then I was like, oh, I guess I am condescending.
If you had to make sweet love, you had to Robert Kelly.
Robert Kelly.
Really? Over Rich Voss and Louis C.K.?
Oh, hands down, Bobby Kelly.
Yeah.
Rich Voss, no way.
No way.
In fact, I honestly daily think to myself that Bonnie deserves a reward.
Yeah, I don't
like
know.
there should be like a sex tax she gives him.
Although I gotta tell you, she's a handful.
Yeah, she's awesome.
Yeah, no, she's
but
great.
Just to have Voss talking to you in bed. Now, to the right, Bonnie, to the right. What are you doing?
Yeah,
but and Louis is so much like a brother to me. Like, he's a handsome guy and he's very charming, but like I think he would say the same thing. Like, we're like brother and sister. Like,
yeah.
I can't. But Bobby, I've always thought Robert Kelly was gorgeous.
Really?
Yes, and I don't care. Even when he was at his largest.
Yeah.
He's got the guns. I always liked arms.
He's got the big arms.
Oh, Bobby's got street drilling arms.
He does. And you ever see him? Does it make you hot when he gets mad? You ever see him get like when he's a man? When he does man, like
I think when he gets really mad, he's like a man baby.
Yeah.
Because he's very stompy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely true.
The time I saw him very angry, he was definitely stomping.
He's stompy.
Yeah.
He's stompy and talks to himself like a little angry baby. Like,
And he starts moving.
and knocking things over. And like
He moves really fast.
Yeah, his speed increases. Like he moves
Yeah, he does.
faster.
He actually knocked Galvin over.
Yeah.
Remember that when they got into a
Remember,
fight?
we talk
Yeah.
about it all the time.
Yeah, he's very like, I'm not knocking the toy box over, flipping toys, throwing toys. Yeah, and I'm like that when I'm mad. I'm stompy and break shit, and but I wouldn't do that to someone else's stuff, only mine.
Right. He that's so funny.
And that's part of why Steve and I can't be together, because he can't handle, like, to him it's like, you're crazy, like you're throwing things and yelling, and most people would say you're a New Yorker.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of used to that.
You're an artist. Like, that's what artists do. Like, every time before a show, I get angry or crazy. It's just my energy level. Not angry, but like, we had to leave the other day. I'm like, we're going to be late. We're going to be late. What are you doing
Anxiety.
to me? You don't care if I'm late. And he's like, what is wrong with you? You're accusatory.
Lynn Koplitz, go see her at Side Splitters this weekend, 960-1197 or sidesplitterscomedy.com.